closing every door I'm trying to open. I tell you love you more and you say it's broken. You make me weak. You're the one I seek. And I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, carve out your heart. Carve out your heart. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door I'm trying to open. I tell you love you more and you say it's broken. But it wouldn't mend mine.
Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon, and I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Ain't got no place to call my own. Feels like I'm better off alone. So sad inside and hopeless. These Hollywood hoes never notice. Can't get back on. Girl, I miss you. Can't get back on. Girl, I miss you. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon, and I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon, how'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon, how'd I end up alone? I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you're Hollywood perfect.
I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, where you going? Won't be as simple for you. Time won't change anything if I don't know how to breathe. The current that pushed against the tide. Maybe once, maybe twice, I turned around to save the time. Now I know how to leave the side. If I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Can I leave it all behind? Follow all the leading signs. When the dark is growing and the light is closing in, darling, where you going? Won't be as simple for you.
Okay, welcome back everyone, welcome back. So we are again back with Watch Party, and we are into the group stage, right? This is the today will be the group stage round 1, where 8 teams, there will be 4 matches, and 8 teams. Sorry, the group stage was over yesterday. It's playoff today. You can see the match schedule on our description. Hello everyone. So it's 28, right? It's quarterfinal today, or maybe it's, I don't know. There's 8 team today. 4 teams will get eliminated. There will be 4 teams left. No, there is double elimination bracket, right? I'm not sure what's the meaning of 1/8 and 1/4. By the way, thanks for the like, Mr. Hisyam. Okay, today's match is. Let me check the description if my schedule is right. Twisted Mind versus Burmese Ghouls, HomeBois versus Deus, Vult, BURNxFLASH versus the Flux Esports, RCC versus the Flash. Okay, the schedule is right. So you may also check the description if you missed out the schedule for today's matches. Thanks for the like, Mr. Robert. Twisted Minds versus Burmese Ghouls. Thanks for the like. Welcome to the stream. Spicy Banana Sir, Sweet Potato, Aditya Ranaju, welcome to the stream. It will take a while. AMR Khalid. So they are from Saudi Arabia, the team Twisted Minds. Maybe they were in Esports, maybe. Is this under 7 kilo Gagaraisa? Yep. I don't think it will be the same today. It's already looking bad for today. Thanks for the like, Deus sir. I want to play with you. I'll not be playing until March 3, I guess, because until then there will be the watch party of this tournament. Koti handsome dekhinu bhako. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. So until March 3, I will be hosting this watch party. So there will be no any gameplay streams until March 3. I'm sorry for that. But after that, you may join our stream and yes, play with me. Let's watch with full chill. Okay. Must be. Oh, okay. Ruby is quite popular after the buff of the, we can say, Warx and Brute Force breastplate. Zoe is the must ban. Matilda as well. Oh, I wasn't expecting the Matilda ban. I mean, high ban rate of Matilda, in fact. But she's still highly banned in competitive scenario. Hello, store sir. Welcome to the stream. Neps official store. Ulto po राख्नु भएको छ नाम त हैन नाम चेन्ज गर्नु भएको format. Can I play tournaments? Yep, if you have team, you can play tournaments, but this is international tournament. No any Nepali teams are participating in this tournament. But yes, many Nepali tournaments are on the way, so stay prepared with your teams. Twisted Mind, oh, Arlord, 1-1, Zoe. That's the most picked from the side of Twisted Minds. Burmese Ghouls किन यति थोरै पिक्स छ? त्यो त धेरै थियो हैन अघि 22 something लेखे जस्तो लाग्थ्यो त. झ्याउ लागिन सर. झ्याउ त लाग्छ नि अब के गर्नु खै क्राउड देखायो पनि हैन. It would have been better. क्राउडै देखाउँदैन यार. के हो यो यस्तो एनिमेसन देखाइदिन्छ क्राउड देखाउने बेला. फाइनल गर्नुपर्छ सँगै है त सर. ओके सर. हुन्छ. अर्को च्यानल हो यो नेम के राखौँ भयो अनि फर्मेट चेन्ज हान्दे. ओके सर. बट क्राउड देखाइरहेछ त्यही. आजदेखि त एटलिस्ट क्राउड हुनुपर्ने हो नि हैन. इट्स अलरेडी प्ले अफ्स. ल बफर भयो त. Hi, welcome to the stream, Elena. Thanks for the share, Spicy Banana. The support mirror teammates, sir. Mine too, same to you, sir. They're also, I mean, I also get matched up with them. Thanks for the share again. You may join us on YouTube if you feel comfortable on YouTube. It's our main platform, and you can also earn some points if you want to participate in giveaways. Same finally चाहिन्छ को BBC sir बाट. Okay, BBC sir, there's some demands from the crowd. बट पनि त्यो सबै हाल्नु नि हैन, बट पनि आधी हालेको रहेछ. Okay, there we go. Finally, after a long wait. Sound is in it.
С развитием технологий люди стали больше погружаться в виртуальные миры, забывая про мир физический, обрекая гармонию на угасание. Чтобы восстановить баланс, гармония переродилась жар-птицей Мира отправилась сквозь вселенные в поисках героев, способных вернуть утраченную энергию. Избрав 5 сильнейших представителей, Мира собрала их у Куба Советов, наделив их уникальной силой. Они стали хранителями гармонии, чья задача — охранять и поддерживать баланс. Советом было принято решение провести турнир, победитель которого распространит гармонию по свету. Для этой цели Куб преобразовал частицу гармонии во флейм, древний артефакт для сбора энергии. Хранителями было выбрано место для проведения турнира — город с самым сильным соприкосновением энергии. Именно здесь миллионы зрителей и сильнейшие атлеты примут участие в величайших играх всех времен,
Sosta Ramra ISP?
достойнейших
I don't know.
и восстановить баланс миров. Да начнутся
I'm using
игры
Link. You do some like you just tell him कि I'm getting match in different server. Or maybe we are in venue. अरे यो हो नि त नि. That's good. Moscow झाक्सलाई मैले देखे जस्तो लाग्यो. I don't know, maybe Ishansin as well. Maro, Leo, he's jungler. Soda, sorry, wait, maybe Soda is jungler, right? Sorry, my bad. Leo भने त्यो के अरे जोई खेल्ने जंगलर थियो, कुन टिममा थियो? They maybe he swapped the role. What is this? In I can play tournaments. Not this one. You can play the local tournaments. This is a tournament going on Russia. Even Nepali teams are not. I mean, even the top Nepali teams are not there to participate. So maybe next time they might be Nepali teams. I hope so. अनि यो ग्रुप स्टेज मात्र त्यस्तो हो. त्यही पनि अघि झन्डै भगाइहाल्यो नि हामीलाई. तर trophy is kind of you know not so good, I say. ML को PUBG Mlbb हो सर यो. It's Mlbb. I don't think the players will get that kind of vibe by lifting that trophy. Blink, Nico. कुन टुर्नामेन्ट हो यो? गेम्स अफ फ्युचर टुर्नामेन्ट एमएलए अर्गनाइज गेम्स अफ फ्युचर भन्ने अर्गनाइजेसनले अर्गनाइज गरेको हो. इट्स थर्ड पार्टी टुर्नामेन्ट. द प्राइज पुल इज $1 million. I like ML so much. Okay, if you want to play tournaments, then you have to make teams and stay updated about the tournaments which are about to come. Where you watching, bro? I'm from Nepal. Sub teams are M5 ko. Sub teams hai na. Most of them are there and some of them are with Saints roster. Jijidai, welcome to the stream. Prasant sir. Dillar in Ghouls, the heck. फेरि कहाँको देखाइदियो हो यो एनिमेसन? तीको देखाउनु नि हैन? कुन कन्ट्रीले होस्ट गरेको? इट्स रसिया. लास्टमा अनिकको के भयो म त हेर्न नै पाएन. अनिक they clean swept, I guess, right? I guess this clean swept. के देखाउँछ हो यो? कसले जितायो टुर्नामेन्ट? 10 cases. I don't know, there are many top teams. There is AP Brain, there is Onyx Esports. Blacklist also seems pretty strong than M5 World Championship. RRQOC is also good, but I don't know. I don't think that they will be the champions. They did some minor mistakes in yesterday matches. BURNxFLASH was good yesterday. Yep. They did pretty well against Onyx. Onyx is a strong contender. Yep. Your lower bracket, so you can say that it's lower bracket, but it's the first round. Technically, it's not lower bracket, but the one who will get eliminated, who will lose today's match, they will get eliminated. Oh, sorry, maybe there is no any double elimination format, I guess. The single elimination format जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई नेपाली. Yep, it's single elimination format, so there will be no any lower bracket or any kind of upper bracket. Some few teams, 4 of the teams are already on the के भन्छ त्यसलाई, semi-finals, I guess. Sorry, maybe they are already in quarterfinals. Yep, they are already in quarterfinals because they won 2 matches during group stage. So yep, there we are. Any team who loses today's match, they will get eliminated. Ego Brain छैन sir. Brain or Brain? Brain sir, AP Brain. AP Brain is already in quarterfinals. No Eco. Yep. There is no Eco, but there is Brain. Eco There's already two Filipino team. There's AP Brain. There's Blacklist International. There's two Indonesian team and there's two. There are two Filipino team. Which team's history is good? Most of them. The one who have already been qualified to quarterfinals, they had a great time during group stage. But today's match is they already lost one match, at least one match. Hi sir, welcome to the stream, Sultan sir. Simple son sir. I guess it's single elimination format, so कत्रो बेर लागेको ए यो त यस्तो अल्छी लाग्दो हुन्छ नि अब त देखाउनु नि हैन एटलिस्ट दे शुड हैव फ्ल्याश्ड what's happening on live I mean the venue, at least the players and so on. Okay, the Burg was left open. It have been picked by Twisted Minds. Are this third placing team in their group? Yep, they are all third placement. Wait, there are only 4 groups, right? There were only 4 groups, so I guess it's match between second and third teams from their group. But the team, the 4 of the teams from 4 groups who tabletopped on their group, they are already in quarterfinals. English cast while stream. Maybe I'll get struck by copyright. I'm not sure. जेनहरुले के गर्दैछ कास्टिङ वाले गर्दैछ कास्टिङ वाले गर्दै रहेछ नि त यिनीहरुले त के गर्ने कास्टिङ वाले हान्नु पर्छ के हो हान्दिम त कास्टिङ वाले कास्टिङ वाले हान्दिम ल फेरि कपिराइट त हान्दैन नि
in a AOE, situation basically, and that is tough to deal with. Now again, Twisted Minds, I like that you mentioned this. They have quite a bit of tankiness already, right? There's
English casting here. This is same to
even
I don't know. Maybe I might get struck with the copyright strike.
Their damage department, right? They've got a lot of ways to disengage or set things and kind of go with that. So what are you thinking for their gold lane option and even in the mid lane?
So I think Burmese Ghouls picked the Claude. Of course, it's a great pick, but I think they didn't want to ban it out as well. And I think that they picked the Claude because Twisted Minds has picked up Claude multiple times, right? And I'm actually surprised they didn't pick it up a little bit earlier. But I can only imagine that Twisted Minds is probably going to pick up the carry if I had to imagine, just because they have that solid front line already built. They need to now have that back line. And the only dive right now that we see from Burmese Ghouls is the Claude.
Hello,
So
welcome to the stream,
if
Mr.
they do
Manjul.
pick up the carry, I do foresee Burmese Ghouls trying to pick something up that could dive a little bit deeper. Well, they also have the Guinevere, so they do have the Requiem that could dive into the back line. So they do have a little bit of dive, but they could, if a carry is picked, utilize a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll find out here in just a bit, but also
There it
Burmese
is.
Ghouls going to pick up the Lapu Lapu. This is pretty much what they need at this point. You know, when you're looking at these picks,
No, that's
they already have,
that's
like we mentioned, they have a ton
Mr.
of
Gallo,
damage.
maybe that's
Now they need that tankiness, and just like you mentioned,
that's
the-
Cosworth, right?
They pick up the carry for Twisted Minds, and they round it out with Navarro, which I think is great because you have poke potential, you can stay from a distance, you provide vision, and this is why like Novaria for the longest time was so popular towards even the end of the year last year, because she provides so much to allow basically let's say even the root, right, to be able to spot things out, land those plays where they am offended if that's the case. But not only that, once again, the poke potential is just massive with Novaria.
Yeah, also being able to stay away from the Nana, right? Just not, you don't want to be CC'd, you don't want to be hit by that Melina's Blitz. I just think it's overall a great thing, but I think we're going to be getting into the games here soon as Burmese Ghoul and Twisted Mind gets ready here. And kind of just building off of what they built there. I kind of like your take, right? Being able to get that vision for the Ruby, to be able to utilize that I'm offended, just to be able to
Ruby
know
from meta.
where everybody's at.
Ruby
And
is
I think
already
that
meta.
goes
She can
back to
play.
just the overall meta that is being set right now, and that's just
She can play
the dances,
two lanes, or maybe
the Lord dance is a
sometimes
lot
she can also
smaller
win.
now, and you have to get up close and
I mean,
personal.
yeah,
and
Ruby jungle is not that
Twisted
bad.
Minds has that comp that is, they built that front wall, they got that back line, but then Burmese Ghouls is just responded so well. They have 3 dive heroes, so they have to, from the side of Twisted Minds, they really have to keep an eye on that, right? Maybe bait some utilities out from Burmese Ghouls in order to keep them at bay, because if it's just a flick of a switch and you're gonna have 3 individuals on you in the back line.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if I caught the last pick there for Burmese Ghouls before we got out of that draft while we wait up to load in, but again, really trying to see how things round out. Like you mentioned, they already have a ton of burst potential, and can they actually utilize that in these objective fights, which we know is going to happen here. And I like the fact you said, for Twisted Minds,
What's going on?
they have a
It's
great
Watch
setup, they
Party.
have great
Welcome to the stream.
tankiness,
Soft Processor.
and also poke. We are going to be loading up. Here we go into the first game against Twisted Minds Burmese Ghouls. It's a best of 3.
Hey, answer the camera. Company is it though? What?
Single elimination.
What do you
once
think?
again
Should I-
for both of these teams as they get started for this first game?
Wait, I'm gonna do
Already a lot
something.
of poking going on back and forth here. And once again,
Fist
you
cam.
have to look at how this kind of rounds out. So that last pick, again, was the Akai. That's what I missed from the draft there. But so utility for the utility so far, and wow, a lot of poking already.
Yeah, a lot of poke, and I feel like that's what both teams are kind of filling each other out. Again, you were speaking on it a little bit earlier, is that Burmese Ghouls is pretty aggressive in their current comp, right? And just overall the style that they like to play. And Twisted Mind seems to be in that same bracket of play style. So I want to see how the two collide and how they can bring that into this new meta that Mlbb has set forth.
Well, again, we'll see how that kind of plays out here. The matchups
Remove
that we
side?
see, though, I guess from lane to lane,
Remember Andino?
is not anything out of the crazy ordinary, right? I mean, for the most part, maybe the biggest change
Yeah,
here
check this out.
from what
Is
we've
this
seen
good?
last year's meta or anything like that really is the Nana. But Nana has been rising, like recently, and I think a lot for good reason, because the burst damage potential is great, poke is great, and then the way her passive works too. So as we get prepped up, first turtle's going to be up here for both teams. Delar already taking a shot right from Cuffin. Both Saksa and 7-0 trying to keep things together here. Mike also getting a position. Maro as well. They have to watch out for the I'm offended here, and that's the positioning. They get the vision provided once again with Cuffin. Still no commitment, though, on the turtle.
Yeah, no commitment, able to reset it back and forth. I gotta say, I think they're kind of both filling it out until they all get level 4 secured.
So,
and
tara
in-game
lig jao.
might happen.
Okay, I'll
They're
remove
gonna
them.
go. Soxa able to secure it. There's the heavy spin already coming down. Finds
Hatra
a
pinan
lockdown,
dito.
though. Still gonna be looking for the first blood. Morrow
Oh,
could be in
flicker.
trouble. Delar won't be able to get the flicker in. He was trying to find the kill. Not able to connect, but so far, they get the objective for Burmese.
Flicker wasted.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great battle from both sides. And I think they were resetting Turtle constantly just so that they could reach that level 4 and be at an equal playing fields. But Burmese Ghouls hitting that retrig. And I think that's where the Kai succeeds here, right? The Kai is going to be that detriment for Twisted Minds. They're going to have to figure out how to bait out that heavy spin and just keep them at bay. Because if not, securing neutral objectives like the Turtle is going to be pretty tough for Twisted Minds. We can kind of see some items. I don't see anything super out of the ordinary other than that we do see Stitch picking up the corrosive scythe on the side of Burmese Ghouls. So both teams are kind of holding it at bay.
Oh, they're going to find possibly a pick-off here. Able to get Morrow finally taken out. Nico getting that first blood. 7-0 trying to do anything, but really, what can he do on this Fredrin for now? Still the focus also here in the bot lane. Sano could be in trouble unless Burmese Ghouls just decides to back off. 7-0 there to help him out just in case, but so far, Blink to jump in. Won't find the connection he was looking for, and they're fine for now.
Yeah, from the side of Twisted Minds, they are just staying. They're just trying to keep
Oh,
up
nice.
economically with the heavy
Saksa.
spin.
Heavy spin gonna find a lockdown once again. Morrow's gonna be in trouble. There's the blazing duet as Morrow falls again. 2 deaths.
The Ruby
now
players are having
into the
hard
early
time
game
since
of
yesterday.
game 1.
They're getting completely, I mean, they are getting
kind of back to
picked
what I
up.
was saying on Twisted
constantly.
Minds is going to be really gearing up to try to make it into that late game. A Bravest Warrior in a last insanity here.
Delar
Oh.
still gonna be going. Already got through the armor. Mike could be in trouble. Still can't get the kill. That's tough for Delar. So still not able to get the kill he's looking for. Turtle's gonna be up though now. Twisted Minds.
Subdiscretion, sir, you may take the description for exact time as well as matchups of today. For today.
By the aggression of Burmese Ghouls, I definitely believe that was a great take by Twisted Minds, keeping them at bay. Burmese Ghouls, though, responding so well into this match, putting a lot of pressure onto Twisted Minds. And you can already see, I like how Blink went the Guinevere roam, right? That is, Morrow being on the Ruby is going to be a little tough, but we can already see, my God, Twisted Minds putting so much pressure onto this bottom lane.
I think they're doing what they have to here. The fact that Morrow had 2 of these early deaths, but
I'm sorry.
realistically, that's his job, right? I mean, for the most part, he has to find these openings, try to get these I'm offended offs if he can. But so far, Sox has been playing it to a T, right? He's able to find these lockdowns with a heavy spin very, very well. And still, once again, gonna find the target. Morrow for the 3rd time will go down before the 6-minute mark here.
Ruby players
I mean,
are
at this point, I believe Burmese Ghouls is just like, let's just keep killing Morrow as much as possible. Because if we can keep Twisted Minds at bay, then they're not going to have any vision over the map, and we'll have complete control. And I think that's where Burmese Ghoul is succeeding at this point. And we can already see possible clash down here.
Focus on the bottom lane, but so far, Twisted Minds
What's
can
to
hold
see how
it
this
together,
is? Yep, sir.
as you were saying, G.
Good is still fate.
Yeah,
Yep.
and again, Burmese Ghouls, you can already see they applied
The
that
pickup
pressure down
potentiality
there.
is so
Twisted Minds,
good.
what I think they really need
But
to
what
do
about
is succeed in this
Ruby?
match with how much pressure Burmese Ghouls is bringing. Is that they just need
Sage
to
getting picked
keep
up
denying
so
as much as possible.
so
Maybe
much.
Mara not
Even
getting
yesterday
front
and
off,
as well as today.
And
The 3
being
kills,
too wild
all
in
of the 3 kills
river,
is
right? And we can kind of see, might see a little bit of an engage and a choke here.
Is
Twisted
against,
Minds is doing good.
Ruby.
Don't count them out. Don't count Burmese Ghouls out. Twisted Minds really, their late game security is where they need to go. And beating
Happy streaming. Thank you so much, sir.
Saksa
Welcome to the
the
stream.
jungle and to these neutral objectives is where they need to keep going. And we're kind of going to see probably the next fight here on
Oh,
the Turtle.
nice pick.
Yep, Blink gonna jump in, still gonna be working for it. They're gonna forget the Turtle for now. Heavy spin gonna be used. 7-0 is out of the picture. Another lockdown. Morrow has to flicker out. Stitch on the chase.
So
And that
it's
looks
7
like
Oda.
the 3rd Turtle just taken.
I thought it was Soda.
From the hands of Twisted Minds as their
Ruby
junglers
buff हुन्छ
out
होला
of the
हो अब.
picture.
Ruby is already buffed, but
Yeah, this is hard for the Fredrin
But
right
C is
now.
getting
I mean,
picked.
I feel
Maybe
like
that's
this time
why.
Twisted
Maybe
Minds
C
has
is
to take,
C is the greatest
on
trade
Burmese
right
Ghouls
now
to attack the jungle, but the Violet
in
Referee-
current meta. So maybe
Look at the
that is why
pressure.
they
This
want
is what I
to
was
they
talking
they
about
just
earlier,
want
what
to
you were saying,
take
right? Like,
Ruby down as soon
about
as
the
possible.
play style of Burmese Ghouls. Hey man, this is exactly what we were saying, right? The objective play
Right.
style is there. They've locked that down. A lot of the times they're
Vizzy?
finding these pickoffs before the objective take.
And Burmese
the
Ghouls.
pressure that they put in these side lanes, especially, is
Freddy's
just-
buff, yep.
It's on point right now. Twisted Minds is trying to they're trying to catch their breath, man.
Yeah, and I feel like this is what Burmese Ghouls got to keep up, keep the pressure up, keep invading.
Oh,
You're at
blink
that.
backdoor.
Yeah,
Ball.
now in
that
the
is
mid
great.
lane, able to find another heavy spin, going to be utilized once again. They don't even care about the turrets. Shots after shots coming down. Maro going to be in trouble. 3 down for Twisted Minds. Still trying to hold it together at that tier 1 mid lane turret. Armor going to be taken out, and Burmese Ghouls is taking.
Did you see that
everything.
angle?
Right now, Burmese Ghouls is just feeling so
I'm getting
good. And
goosebumps.
you know, what's kind of going through my mind at this point is did the stage twist Twisted Minds, right? Are they being pressured right now by the
Claude,
presence of a
the most
crowd being in such a
must
big
pick Cola.
arena?
No,
Burmese
it's
Ghouls,
Ruby.
they-
Ruby is the must pick
again,
hero
they
in
have
this
the
tournament. In this
experience.
tournament.
Like they've seen crowds like this. Can Twisted Minds bring this back? Is what I want to know. With Burmese Ghouls applying so
Busy
much
for the
pressure
win.
here.
Busy.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
again when you're talking about both
They're doing
the
great.
team's experience in terms of the players, right? Their individual experience, they've all pretty much got it, right? And
Recall.
when you're talking
Yeah.
about the stage,
Recall ani
how
halsa
that
ni.
might impact them, regardless of if that's the case, you
Yeah.
don't have much time to adjust, right? You're down to a best of 3. It's single elimination. Your backs are against the wall. You're 5,000+ gold behind here. You have no kills on the board if you're Twisted Minds, right? You're in a very difficult position as Burmese Ghouls is controlling this entire part of the game.
Yeah, and I think that just goes to show that Twisted Minds is just lacking a bit of that early game damage. When
Welcome
they
to
get
the
into
stream.
mid-game,
Mr.
Twisted
Ninja.
Minds
What do
probably gonna
what do
start
I
popping off
I
a little
mean
bit more, but I think that's
what do I
Burmese
call
Ghouls
you?
knows that. They
You only have that
Lucario, which
ninja
is about
emote
the mid to late
emoji.
game, and then the
Oh,
Brawl,
फेरि पनि अर्को
the
दामी
carry
पिक
that is also mid
यार.
to late game.
जी.
Look at that. That is just showing how far ahead Burmese Ghouls is.
They
Absolutely
shouldn't
deleted
have
for the
gone
5th
there.
time. Plus the Lord taken down by the
For
Burmese
me,
Ghouls.
so
They're gonna
no.
go ahead and march in with that. And
No
they
any
get to the point where
Nepali teams are
they're
there. Maybe
so
next
far
time.
ahead at
Maybe
this
next
point.
year.
Take a look at the items, right?
I
They're
hope
gonna
so.
be knocking on the base doors here of Twisted Minds.
Yeah, and man, Twisted Minds is going to have to mount up a defense here, but they have to play safe, right? Like I was trying to build upon is that the late game is where they're
Sad.
going to have to identify, but Burmese Ghouls is just like, nah, there ain't going to be no late game. We are going to take
Go
as
to
much as
XP
we
for
possibly
busy
can
before
from you.
Dila. I don't know.
Yeah, as we see that kind of unfold from here, once again, Lord making its way on the top side. So Burmese Ghouls, they might try to find like one more turret if they can, whittle it down a little bit
Yeah.
more, but again, look at the positioning for Saksa. He's so far ahead, so confident that he's like, I can chill behind this tier 2 turret completely fine and look for a heavy spin up if I can. Delar can do the same thing with this Lapu Lapu pick, and that's what they're going to work with as they take these buffs as well, kind of evening these waves out until that Lord gets to the position.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that they're waiting. I like how long the Lord's taking.
It was
here.
Carbon?
They're sinking the lanes to go against Twisted Mind, and Twisted Minds is
Sweet.
defending this mid turret with everything they possibly can at this point, but it is still going to fall. Now, with the Lord clashing down, it looks like the lanes are going to be synced, and I think this is where a big play is going to be coming here.
Okay, here they go. Shield's gonna go down. Lord less than half health.
It was
Still
Sado.
holding it together though. Twisted Minds able to defend
Carbon
it
was
now.
substitute
They take a
XP
couple
laner of
shots,
Burmese
but
Ghouls
hey,
during
that's at
M5 World
least a
Championship.
small step
Thanks for the follow,
in the
KS
right
Type.
direction for Twisted Minds. Can they continue to keep these at bay? They should be able to clear these
The
waves.
Mode Panda
So,
kosto tanky?
with that being said, G,
They are
what is
fed.
this? Where's the time? that
Twisted Mind, they are
Minds
lacking
can get
damage.
back into this game? Nearly
As well as
10,000
Sano might
gold
be going
behind. They're
for
about 8,000
the
behind,
semi-tank
but
build.
they stayed alive, right?
There's
They
no one
held
to
on
deal,
these
so
turrets
I
here,
mean,
and they're not on the board
the
yet.
Yeah, holding on to the base turrets is probably the biggest key for Twisted Minds, and I love their defense. They kept
कहाँको म्याच परिरहेछ सर इट्स बिट्विन साउदी अरेबिया भर्सेस बर्मा भनेको म्यानमार साउदी अरेबिया भर्सेस म्यानमार ट्विस्टेड माइन्ड दे आर फ्रम Saudi Arabia and Burmese Ghouls are from Myanmar.
So we got to keep an eye out for that. As long as Cuffing
Ruby Rom? Yep, Ruby Rom.
Poking, I think it could be a big problem for Burmese Ghouls. So they just got to keep this up. With the gold lead, we've seen teams like this change, just flip
यो
the
कुन
switch.
च्यानलमा लाइभ भइरहेछ
Especially if they can
यो
keep the tier 3
Games of
towers,
Future होला
in
maybe
check.
Games
If
of
they can
Future.
keep that in check, they might be able to, take a Lord Steal here, mount up that wall.
No, there's
push
no
a little
there's no
bit,
any
but I
Nepali
think
team
right
in
now,
this
Twisted
tournament.
Minds might just go for another defense, as Burmese Ghouls have been very aggressive, especially since we see a 0-8 kill.
I hope there will be Nepali team in another in next year,
That's just going to be another Lord
or if they have another
They're so
split
far
in
ahead.
2024. I
And,
hope
we've seen this time and time again from
they
a lot
will
of these
invite
teams,
Nepali
right?
team
They
as
kinda
well,
have to pull out, like,
or
this
at least the Saudi
a-
team
a crazy
would be
defense and then, like, a
great
miracle
because
play to stay in this game. Even looking at the itemization here, right? You can see the
because that way it
disparity
will
in terms of
be
the economy,
a bit
especially
fair,
in
right?
these crucial lanes. The fact that, hey, Cuffin picked up the Divine Glaive, great, right? He does have some of that penetration now, but really,
I don't think
even if
giving
you
slot
weren't able to
for
whittle down
Nepal
some of the members
that
of Burmese
directly
Ghouls
in
as
this
they
in this
approach the
situation
base,
would be great
do you actually want to like go in and fight them?
because they might
This
face
is the redemption
devastating
from Morrow in this game.
loss,
0
just
and 5.
like
He's had
the
a very
KVZ
tough
keep base
time.
gaming.
But if he can pull off a crazy I'm offended, that might be what they need into the base if they can get Burmese Ghouls off, like on an off step here.
Even Lil Gun was so strong during MFA World Championship, but I guess the player, the teams, the professional teams, they read out their strategy and so on. The Lil Gun also got knocked out by
Yeah, they're
you know
going to take care of it though. So Lord taken care of. They lose
just
the
like
bottom turret,
the
still
other
all
teams.
open.
Oh,
I'm offended. Able to find the setup they're looking for. 7-0 going to be down though. Still going. Last insanity to use, but on the backside, Stitch goes in with a blazing duet.
यो
Able to
पालि
find two
MBC
down for Twisted
MBC
Minds.
MCB हुन्छ
Nico
सर
goes
हुन्छ
in with a
दुईवटा
flicker.
स्प्लिट हुन्छ
They might
there
still
will
look
be
to end it here. Still
spring
gonna work on
split
the
as well as
top side,
fall split.
but three members, Twisted
हजुर
Minds, alive and
हजुर
well to
नखेलेको
loss.
MLB
Still gonna be
गेम प्ले
caught.
भन्नुभएको गेम प्ले
Goes
चाहिँ
down finally,
अब
Mike.
मार्च 3 पछाडि यो
Put him on
टुर्नामेन्ट
the
सकेपछि
board.
मात्र खेल्छु
Twisted
म
Minds is finally showing some life, but is it too
Blink.
late? Blink goes in once again.
Oh.
I'm offended. Gonna be used. Still gonna be whittled down. Mid lane.
Oh,
the
nice
focus here.
snipe.
Burmese
Coffin.
Ghouls still working it. Finally get the top turret, but Twisted Minds still in the game.
लिल गन एलिमिनेट भइसकेन यप दे वर गुड but they got eliminated, just like I mean their performance wasn't that good, just like MFA World Cup Championship.
That Burmese Ghouls are missing two individuals, and we are seeing Twisted Minds attempt
PSBK
to take
counter?
back the land here. They're going to be taking fourth
What
under the
does
river,
that
check out this
mean?
mid-turret,
I'm sorry,
take
I
as
didn't
much
get
as they
you.
can.
PSBK?
This is breathing room. This is breathing room. Burmese Ghouls didn't want to give to Twisted Minds, and I think it just goes to show what you were
Don't
saying
forget to like
earlier,
this stream,
Nice,
guys.
is that
Don't forget to like this
one
stream.
I'm offended,
You may join us on
kinda
YouTube.
took Burmese Ghouls by surprise, and now we are going to see that breathing room that allows Sano to come online. Again, still missing two items on the carry, which is going to be rough if they want to attempt to take this next Lord or even contest it, as we can already see Stitch.
कुन पेजमा लाइभ भइरहेछ
If they could possibly pick off
मेरो कि उयो
Stitch on
official
Burmese Ghouls,
official
they could have a
they
good
they
play
of
here,
their
but they have
official
to keep in mind that Burmese
YouTube
Ghouls
channel
has
name
that
is
crazy
Game of
backline
Future.
dive, and with that being said, they just can't lose focus.
बल्ल मैले पार्न पर्यो
Keep an eye on. I think they need to contest this Lord here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I think, given how everything, there's still 8,000
Thanks for the like,
behind
Mr.
Nepal,
Markey.
right? But
Yeah.
they kind of have to. First, they have to manage both those top and bottom waves because the turrets are down. But
Hello,
it's
sir,
like, do
welcome.
we actually
Safer,
want to
sir.
compete for this Lord, right? Because if we give it up, we're most likely going to have a fully exposed base, and then we're going to have to work around that. Morrow does have that immortality available, though. But I'm not sure if they can actually come to this because they might just get sandwich played in. So they're trying to
युरोपको
get the
टिम छ कि
vision
नै
available. Lawrence gonna be
युरोप
less than half out here.
रसिया
But
युरोपमा
Burmese
पर्छ कि
Ghouls looks
पर्दैन
like they
रसिया
might just get the
नो
call,
रसिया
right?
आइम नट श्योर
Let's back off. Conceal gonna
Europe.
be used. Burmese Ghouls grabs another Lord.
छैनन् होला रसियाको
Yeah,
टिम
I
छन्
think that Twisted
फिलिपिन्सको
Minds is going
छन्
to attempt one more defense here, And I mean, with them having one tower in the mid stall, I think they could mount a great
Cambodia को छन् S2G Esports भनेको Turkey is Turkey European team? I'm not sure about that. Russia is पर्छ. Oh, yep. Sorry, my bad. So I'm not sure if Turkey is from Europe, but yes, there are two Turkish team. Nightmare Sports, maybe they are from.
Man, if they can catch Stitch,
Maybe they are from Laos, the Nightmare Sports.
Part of it, right? But even Nico, man, Nico 3-0-7. He's having
So
an
if
amazing
Turkey
run
is
as an
Europe,
talking about even back from the draft.
if Turkey lies in
the
Europe, then
ability
there
to kinda
is
just
European
hang
team.
back,
But
like, you still have your passive, right? But just
if
kinda
it
hang back,
isn't,
drop in
then
the
there is no
ult,
any European
drop
team.
some damage right on that path.
UK को team
And
बनाउनु
now,
पर्ला जस्तो
you know,
छ.
kind of follow up through that. Lord,
बनाउनु है, बनाउनु
topside,
sir ल.
they're going to lose
Piece
the
of
mid
luck.
turret here as it's worked on. Saxa leading at that front already. Look at the damage. Mike
Thanks for the
respect
follow,
it,
Mr.
holding on to the
Fearman.
immortality, though. So
Sky.
already base fully down.
Oh, Russia and Asian country हो नि. चाइनादेखि माथि पर्छ नि त.
Still, the damage is going to be there.
It's the
Similar to
largest
the
country
fall,
of
though.
Asia, I
Force the
guess.
love, Another shield down. Immortality's available. But Burmese Ghouls still looking to punch it in. Can't finish it just yet. Saxa jumps in. Blink not going to find the connection. Finally, the Immortality from Morrow is going to go down. Stitch got the stacks that he needed. He's running back in. Still going to be working on it. Couple waves pushing in. Twisted Minds can stay in the game. Conceal going to come through. Last Insanity pushing him back. Still working on it. Now Blink in trouble. Twisted Minds, despite being down more than 10,000 gold.
I don't know,
holding
maybe
on,
it might be
waiting for the
Asian
full
team.
to be in here. Again, another wave's gonna push. Mars
And
gonna
we
be taken
can-
out of the picture now, though. Crystal's gonna be
Oh, Nico.
Stun. Mike trying to hold the waves back, but the Crystal's gonna go
I know.
down as Burmese Ghouls takes game one.
Burmese Ghouls taking game one.
Capital चाहिँ
Definitely
युरोपमा पर्छ.
one of the longest
भनेपछि
holds
एसिया र
we've seen by
युरोप
Twisted
दुईटै
Minds
मिक्स कन्ट्री
there
हो.
at the end. Wow.
के हो?
Wow.
What an ending.
ओइ.
I thought Twisted Minds possibly could have mounted up a good hold there, but man, Burmese Ghouls just never let up that heavy pressure. They brought that aggression, like you said, and now I think that's sending Twisted Minds back to the
Thanks for
round
the follow,
table.
Mr.
They
Wilbert.
need to muck something up.
20%
They gotta
Europe,
learn
बाकी
from
सबै
this
एसिया.
first battle,
But
that they did
हुन्छ
against
नि.
Burmese Ghouls.
Like officially चाहिँ एसिया हो, एसियन country हो कि युरोपियन
Because
country हो
for a
त?
second there, I thought they would actually be able to somehow, some way, stay into the game, maybe a little bit longer. But I think even if that was the case, you're so far behind, man. You know, and like,
Yeah.
for how long can you hold on to at that point? And that was kind of the thing, right? Like, it was just worked on. Burmese Ghouls did
Officially
really well. I mean,
Asian country,
kind of seemed like they
okay.
struggled a little bit,
League of
though.
Legends
Like,
को नि
every
टुर्नामेन्ट
game,
हेरौँ.
but ultimately, they had
यसैमा
such a far
नहेरौँ होला हौ
ahead lead.
यसैमा.
Like, I honestly think at this point in the game, if they didn't have the kind of lead that they had, for some reason, I just feel like Twisted Minds could have
League of
pulled
Legends
enough
बुझ्दै
defense
बुझ्दैन म?
out, right? But it was just like sheer force that the game was ended there.
Thanks for the follow. रुसियाले
And so
वर्ल्ड कप नि
in
युरोपबाट
just
नै खेल्या हो.
breaking it down, I know we'll probably take a look at the highlights in a little bit and whatnot, but some of the
World Cup नि
connections, some of the
युरोपबाट खेल्या हो.
overlapping
ए हो
from
र?
Burmese Ghouls, like they weren't landing
Officially
stuff they
विदेश हो.
had
त्यो
to.
त्यो चाहिँ
I
that's
think
that's
one of the
100%
biggest
truth.
struggles here, though, for Twisted Minds specifically was, dude, how many times did Morrow get locked down in the early game? I think before the 6
कुतै
minutes,
कुरा
he had
गर्दैछ
won
रुबी.
3-4 deaths.
रुबीलाई
You
यस्तो
know, and
हिजो पनि
that's
त्यस्तै भएको
tough.
थियो. The Ruby was
You
getting
want a guy
target
that's
locked.
looking for those setups, right? You
And
are the Ruby.
even
You are
today,
Ruby, right? Who's a top pick right
It's
now for
I mean the Ruby is getting target locked.
Yeah, Ruby definitely being a top pick, and I agree with you, right? Like I think shutting down Morrow into the early game was some of the key aspects, and we'll see some of the highlights here. Again, some turtle takes definitely leaded into the Twisted
Game
Minds
छोडेको,
favor, but definitely Burmese Ghouls just giving so
किन live
much
आउनु भएको छैन?
pressure. And then
Maybe
I think in the
he'll
early
be
stage,
back
shutting down
again
Morrow
after
just allowed Burmese
after
Ghouls
some
to
few days after
control
he
everything that they possibly
gets
can.
after he
You
gets
see
hands
losing
onto
mid-turret,
the Elgato.
early on and
I
around
guess.
about the 8-minute mark.
That-
where you
that
were
diving
saying
was
that
so
just
good
the
by
aggress- They didn't
Dilar.
even care about the turrets. They were so far ahead in gold that they just wanted the end games. They wanted to push back Twisted Mind as much as possible. And I think it just all attributed to how much trouble Morrow had in the early game. And again, I think if the difference was in the favor of Twisted Minds and it wasn't so far apart, that they could have mounted up some great defenses. They baited out quite a bit of utility from Burmese Ghouls, and I think that took Burmese Ghouls by surprise. They weren't able to utilize a lot of that backline dive, and when they could, they were put into a situation like this. Mara utilizing that I'm offended to set quite a bit of the team. And Twisted Minds, again, like I said, going back to the drawing board, I think that is where
he was telling like he left for M.
Maro has to maybe not be so aggressive in the jungle.
Maybe he left temporarily.
Is going to respond to that and take everything.
I don't think he will leave for Miracle this soon. Sir, मेरो chat FE को मात्र देखाउँछ त ए यो अर्कै प्लगइन हो सर यसलाई के भन्छ भन्दा फेरि स्ट्रिम सरी यसलाई स्ट्रिम निन्जा भन्छ यो प्लगइनलाई तर फेरि यसलाई अझै धेरै आई मिन तपाईको अब नयाँ पिसी गर्नु भने चाहिँ इट विल बी गुड यसलाई अझै धेरै रिसोर्सेस चाहिन्छ फेसबुकको टिकटकको सबैको ट्याब खोलाइ राख्नुपर्छ यसको लागि खाजा भइसकेको छ सर यप सर अब टक्क खाना खाने बेला मात्र उठ्ने हो पेडो नो इट्स फ्री
pick that has been dominating so far for very apparent reasons. Pairs up really well with Nana, by the way, right? I mean, it's great the pressure that AoE kind of burst damage, or even just the path where you think about
Isabella कस्तो छ?
like you
It
have
is
to get out of the way.
conditional
Whether
pick, I
it's
guess.
the direct line or the blazing duet coming through. It's so difficult.
Sending on my FB page search गरौँ भने आउँछ सर स्ट्रिम निन्जा स्ट्रिम निन्जा स्ट्रिम निन्जा यप सर्च गर्नु भने आउँछ युट्युबमा हेर्नु न है त्यो सेटअप गर्नुपर्छ सेटअप गर्नु भने सेटअप गर्नको लागि चाहिँ भिडियो हेर्नै पर्छ थ्याङ्क फर लाइक फ्रेन्ड जोन सर युट्युबमा हेर्नै पर्छ त्यो त सर सेटअप गर्नको लागि इभन डाउनलोड गर्नको लागि पनि त्यो के भन्छ त्यसलाई गिटअपबाट डाउनलोड गर्नुपर्छ एन्ड to download from GitHub sometimes it might be somewhat tough
it can catch you off
What do you have my
guard 'cause
okay
it just
sir
doesn't have the visuals and when you're trying to think about position and you're trying to think about where Burmese Ghouls is attacking from, you don't see that the Molino's Blitz just coming out of nowhere, and then once you notice it, you're being hit by a Blazing Duet paired together, and that's just so much burst that when there's like 5 people
conditional
people
pick
in like a little
yep
circle, it's hard to
I mean
to see, and I think
if
that's
some
where it
conditions
comes from.
meets like if there is a lot of seals
did there. I think
on the opponent side, then it will be good.
Right, that last pick of Kai was such a clutch neutral objective hero, just countering that Fredrin on every aspect, and then it just came into play that it countered.
Devin SB मा कसलाई सपोर्ट गर्नुहुन्छ HomeBois Deus Vult they are also good
coming back to the round table.
I mean I'm 50-50 but yep HomeBois maybe they will win.
Going back at what's stake here as we got through game 1, man, like they have to fix it right now because it's single elimination and you're at match point, right? Burmese Ghouls, especially off the way that game 1 just kind of unfolded.
The Esmeralda cannot be picked early on because if opponent if there is still space for opponent to pick Expelliarmus or Jungler, then they can pick Diro to counter the Esmeralda, and yep, if there is Diro against Esmeralda, then Esmeralda is just like the wasted slot. It will be so hard for the team to play with Esmeralda against Diro. So yep, that is why there's a lot of conditions to be met in order to pick Esmeralda.
You park her into the base, right? She's just shooting down the waves the best she can and trying to provide some form of vision or whatsoever for around the Lord pit, and then you just hope, hey, team, good luck. Like you guys, this is the miracle play we were talking about. Like try to get something off, but again,
यसमा कास्टिङ गर्नु परेको भए त लास्ट गिद्दी हुने रहेछ है अब बिचमा यत्रो धेरै ग्याप छ हो there is a lot of gap between the matches and the casters they just have to engage the audience in between the time, and if there is this much of gap then I would be
that is what we were talking
I'd be
about.
dead.
We really have to look at the play
I'd be
styles.
out of the words.
Burmese Ghouls, it's
Maybe
the
I should.
personality of this
I must learn from
organization
them.
is still there, but I think because you have this impact, and we talked about it before even going to the draft, man, knowing Dillar, knowing Soxa and these guys and how they kind of fit into as individual players and make an impact. That's what we saw from Burmese Ghouls in game 1, right? So it's like, if you're Twisted Minds, how do you adjust from that? I know you mentioned this already.
Esmeralda actually counter. So yep, there's a lot of things that can counter Esmeralda. There's anti-heal, there's Basha, there's Diro, there's Irithel as well. Like some, there's Irithel as well. We can even say the carry counters her so well. So practice garna podcast MLBB के topic ma. Practice garna. Podcast. Practice गर्नु भन्नुभयो कि गर्न मैले त्यति बुझिन पैसा उमिङ सरलाई के भयो पैसा चाहिँ What happened? Devil, Mr. Devil, thank you for the like.
Yeah, it was a great counter to what Twisted Minds had in store. And I always go to say that it seems in the current meta in the MLBB that the second pick team always has like a little bit of an advantage when it comes to
Esmeralda.
The drafting phase.
Esmeralda, yep.
To show that last pick can be the make it or break it for
यो कास्टरहरुलाई फ्यासिलिटिज चाहिँ के हुन्छ नथिङ
both teams Filipino coaches.
सुदन कता हराएको छौ
The Filipino coach
ए दिदी हिजो रातै ढिलो छ तर आज दिनभरि सुत्यो नि हो सर
most of what we're seeing player wise and
कास्टरहरुलाई त्यति धेरै उयो हुँदैन नि they are on their own.
They got Coach Dale, right? And
But maybe for them they are getting highly paid, but in the regions like Nepal where still MLBB Esports is on the ground phase, there's no any privilege for the casters. They just have to manage the setup by themselves, upgrade the gadget by themselves. That will be hard. That's so hard.
And I know that you're liking that. You know, no, not trying
सुरु
to
सुरुमा त
structure me,
voluntary हो
Ghosty,
कास्टर्सहरु
but,
yep सुरु सुरुमा त
it
पुरै
is what it
voluntary
is.
they will get paid on diamonds
I'll take pride in it.
from which you cannot
But
increase or upgrade your setup.
A lot of people talk about Philippine imports, but really, if you look at what's happening around the world, I mean, there's other imports from other countries going in, and this is kind of what you have happening, right? You have like this
Makata, thank you so much for like.
mesh of these talents, these players, these coaches, these analysts going around the world.
But I guess the casters from other regions they just do it for the passion, for their passions, not for the I mean it must not be their the main profession. Busy Wayne, yep, it seems like that.
With these players, that for the longest time, a lot of them will say, "Hey, we've been watching the Philippines, we've been watching Indonesia."
Streaming for hobby, yep.
This
I guess
part of the world,
I guess that's
and we
that
like what they're doing, and these
that's the
coaches
case for
kind
the
of transfer that knowledge
other
to
casters
these
from other regions.
and you see it kind of develop over time, and I think that's why even when we're looking at these two teams here, despite a lot of the teams having imports right here and there, you still have to basically take in consideration that the impact is there and everybody is getting better. It's just really when in these situations,
Same case as me. Yep.
You kind of have to.
Best of luck with that, sir.
And that's what we were talking about, and just a
Keep
bit,
going,
we're
keep
gonna be looking at
going.
a video here, to kind of showcase what's been going on here, because I know a lot of people
Thanks
that
for
have
the
been
follow,
watching the
Mr.
streams
Y
online and everything,
One
they've
Y1
a
Mar.
lot of people follow different players.
Yalmar?
Their favorite players are
I'm not
different,
sure.
whatever, the coaches. And I'm
The
sure
gap
a lot of people
between the
are
matches
curious
is
on what's
huge.
been
Oh my
happening
god,
this
why
week,
is it taking so
out there
long?
and kind of how things unfold. So just a bit, we'll be taking a look at that video here, to kind of.
Should I
take
just
us
play?
through. So we just
I'll
got word.
play
Let's go
game
ahead
a
and
bit
take a look at this
after
video.
the match end, the whole match end.
In a world that seeks a balance between metaverses and healthy lifestyle, video games and traditional sport, live
But
shows
if
and
I grow
web
big, maybe
entertainment, we found the
streaming
only way
professionally
to
हुन्छ.
harmony. Introducing a new era
কথা
in the
भइहाल्यो त
realm of
sir.
sports. Phygital, a
Where
revolutionary
is
fusion
medical
of the
sports?
physical and digital
Which is
worlds.
medical
This is
sports?
an unparalleled
For
mix
medical?
of the most
Do you mean
exhilarating
for
and
medical
dynamic
sports?
youth sports disciplines, all integrated with popular video games and cutting-edge technological devices. This unique sports format is accessible to all. Anyone can participate in phygital competitions. Any sport has the potential to evolve into a phygital experience. Football,
Phygital,
basketball,
phygital.
hockey, racing, martial arts, shooters, and many
Ah,
other
so
sports
they
have
host
successfully
even
adapted to the
physical
new reality.
sports as well.
The 2024 Games of the Future is a global multi-sport
Oh,
event
that
represents the pinnacle
for
of
medical
phygital
sports?
sports worldwide.
I don't know.
The event is attended by best clubs and teams.
So that's the
bringing
meaning of
together
phygital.
2,000
They host
participants
physical
from over
is
100 countries.
physical sports
It
as well
marks the beginning of
digital
a series of
e-sports as
top
well.
Phygital tournaments that will take place annually worldwide. The current official program
And it
of
sounds
Games
good
of
as
the
well.
Future
Phygital,
includes
phygital.
21 innovative disciplines. They are classified
The
into
word
5 groups,
it's
which we refer to
it's
as
good to hear, right?
challenges,
It's good to
sports,
pronounce phygital.
technology, speed,
Yeah, that sounds like
tactics and strategies,
advanced word.
openness,
Thanks for the heart,
show,
Subin
fun,
sir, Vadik sir.
and healthy lifestyle. Coming our way
Kagura
is
त
the
अति hard रहेछ
exciting
त.
phygital era.
Kagura
So stay
ठिकै छ
tuned.
हौ.
Join
Not
our
that hard.
global phygital
Anjali
community
Human sir,
and
thank you
come
so
over
much.
to the upcoming Games of the
Outplay
Future.
गर्नको लागि चाहिँ
Emerge
it's
as
it's
winners
hard
and
to
heroes
outplay
of a new
opponents
era. Games
with
of the future,
Kagura,
made for young
but deploying the
generations.
simple, I mean deploying the
You know,
skill
it just clicked, man, with that video.
composition. It's not that hard. I'm from Myanmar. See you live, bro. Okay, thank you so much for showing me. Enemy. Maybe enemy. Hello, Sudhin sir. Welcome to the stream, Sudhin sir.
I don't know what, especially in a day and age where we're seeing AI take advantage of that. I was like, my heart. I was like, damn.
This
I was like,
this
that's
logo,
fire.
it looks like I have a gaming chair.
I like that. You know,
Right?
again, for a lot of
It just-
people, they wish
it
they
just
could,
perfectly
kind of
fits here.
witness This whole
The logo.
event kind of unfold because there's obviously a lot going on, right? There's more than just the MLBB tournament going on here because I like how there's this kind of integration between the physical, the digital, all these things, the 21 different things that they're basically celebrating, innovations that they called it.
Burmese Ghost to Player are
Great
my
year there,
friend.
and, again,
Oh,
even if you missed it earlier, you guys just
you're
joined
from
us.
Myanmar, right?
You have to look at
Oh,
the
okay,
stage
okay.
that they
That's
showcased
good to
earlier
hear.
before game 1 because we were surprised as well. Now we're going to be jumping into game number 2 draft here. Burmese Ghouls once again. We'll be switching things up now. Draft-wise, some similar heroes popping up. Obviously, you know, the Joy of Rafaela still taken out by Twisted Minds. Burmese Ghouls on the flip side, respecting that fanny pick.
Kagura
Picked
combo
on
मा
out there.
perfect
It's
भयो
the
भने
last
चाहिँ
one
hard
season
नहुने
so
होला नि
first
त.
phase of bans already out
Yep.
here. What are we looking at first pick here, G?
The
Right
skill
now,
combo
we're
is
probably
not
gonna be
that hard. Just
seeing,
practice few
from the
matches
side of
and you'll
Burmese
get
Ghouls,
used to
probably
it.
a utility pick. Probably an EXP if I had to.
Born
imagine
Myanmar,
at
but
this
I'm
point.
in
It seems
Nepali.
like
Oh,
that they
yep.
normally pick the EXPs or the Roam. and
I've
they're just gonna bring
I've
back Burmese Ghouls,
I've met
so
some few
comfortable
people
in the current draft.
who
They
were
first
Nepali
picked
but they
Gwyn,
live in
their second
Myanmar.
pick Gwyn last time,
You know,
and that
they
allows them to
holds
just keep it going. And
they
again,
holds
it's that flexible role that
they
Gwyn
also
brings to it.
I
They
mean
can either
you know
bait you into thinking it's the
they
jungle
also
or
they
bait you into
hold
thinking
some
it's the Roam.
emotions for
Now,
Nepal,
I do
the country.
like Twisted Minds aspect
I've even
of these
seen
two
some
picks that they go with.
videos
The
about
Ruby, Morrow coming into this game
of
needs to
them.
keep in mind that Burmese Ghouls aggressive. If they catch you, they're gonna take advantage of you.
Ruby फेरि लिएछन् त Twisted
Same
Mindले.
thing with the Claude. I like it. It's a great.
Maro
late
have
game.
to be
It's gonna
careful.
Allow them to scale, and I want to kind of see how Burmese Ghouls.
आलुट पुरा बान्छ त खतरा एसिड हानिदिन्छ नि त
Oh,
आलुटले.
Max, man, is this the redemption? Is this redemption for Morrow here? At least
I have a
like,
lot of
on the-
family in
on the
Nepal. I
movie,
wanna
like,
come
like
to
the
meet
fact that you
them.
pointed it out, right? You-
Okay,
at least
sure
you have
thing,
the
sure
Claude
thing.
this time for
Busy
Twisted
Nepal one
Minds. I think
someday.
that's good to start with here, but I don't know,
It's
man.
beautiful,
If you're
they
Twisted
say.
Minds, you also might want to somehow take
Most
care
of the people
the Kai because a lot
thinks
of
that
those-
Nepal is
those
beautiful, then
lockdowns with heavy
okay,
stay
you may
work
visit
really
Nepal
well.
and
They
see
could
if
let that
it
slip through. They could not
is
worry about it,
beautiful.
of course.
Dhanraj
At
sir,
the
welcome
same
to the
time,
stream.
Burmese Ghouls, though,
Good
they
so.
Paquito, and man, Paquito, it's kind of funny because if I remember right, group stages, didn't he show up in the? Did he show up in the mid lane? I'm trying to recall if he showed up in the mid lane. I think he did. And it's funny, right? Because he's a threat, right? Before he was one of those heroes is so flexible, fits in a lot of different roles. But obviously this time he's not in the mid lane. And I think still the fact is that burst damage potential is really what we have to, of course, pay attention to, because now you're basing your draft on the fact that you have IMU across from you, right, from Burmese Ghouls. And I like the pick, right? I want to ask you, since you're the smart man here, how do you feel about
Caribbean
Aurora?
answer la yिनीहरुले
I like Aurora. To be honest, I was actually going to talk about that, and leading into that is perfect.
Minotaur.
AP Bryn was having the toughest time against Aurora. The frigid glacier that she brings to the playing field, just in team comps, can just freeze everybody. And not only does it freeze you, it brings such an
Burmese
impact
Ghouls,
and
Nico and
burst
Blink
damage
are
to
my
the
school
playing field
friends.
that
Oh, good
it's
to hear.
almost comparable to Nana. It just comes out of nowhere. And then paired with the Blazing Duet is just going to be a monster for Twisted Minds again to first off of
Aurora
against
second
Burmese
skill nerf,
Ghouls.
no freeze in
We're kinda
close
getting
range. Yep.
into the second ban phase
But it's
here.
still,
This
maybe
is
it's
gonna be a
maybe
bad
it's still
plot.
worthy. तिमीहरुसँग बोल्दै स्ट्रिम गर्न मजा आउँछ.
I'm trying to think of, like, for Twisted Minds specifically, the fact that they do have, you know, with the lineup they have in this first phase, I think, again, it can work well. But
Do you speak Nepali though,
you're
Mr.
kind of
Enemy?
hoping that you get the
Hi,
frigid-
welcome to the
the
stream,
frigid
Mr.
glacier-
Aditya.
frigid glacier off, and
It's a mouthful.
yeah, it's a mouthful. Let's just call it
Yes.
glacier, right? Get the glacier off, and work with that. And to be able to be a little more aggressive, because, like you said, the fact that it kind of works like a Nana, like you have that also a little room
Ruby, but
to
Ruby is
work
getting
with when
target
you're
locked so
relying on
hard.
passive, you know, being available
But
to
not
you.
some,
And
sim.
you can poke
Okay,
down, hopefully,
it's
to
fine, it's
lead
fine.
into the Blazing Duet. Or, once again, if this is redemption arc for Morrow, you actually have great tools just in the Claude and the Aurora alone.
Ah,
You can
had it
land them
banned.
offended, and that is deadly, man. If they can actually land that and pull that off, that can be very deadly. So, real quick, take us through those last couple bans that we went through.
Yeah, we do see that they ended up taking care of the Harith and then the export. Burmese Ghouls responding to Twisted Minds, pick of the
Oh,
export
dude. So
constantly
Twisted
throughout
Man
the
are
And
in
then
the blue
also
side, I
Twisted
guess. No,
Minds,
no.
Harith
They
and
are in the
Wolverine
red side.
can be
They
detrimental against a Claude, just
they're
because he's able
having
to build
their
those
first
shields
pick in
up.
second
Now,
phase of
I do like Twisted Minds'
the picking
pick here.
phase.
They go for the Fredrin, right? Now, again, this could fall into
Nana
the
to
hands
nerf,
of
अघि
Burmese
नानाले
Ghouls to pick up
धोपी
that Akai. They didn't opt to go to ban that out, and this
Is
could be a
sorry,
great counter
कुनै बेला
to the
पिक हान्ने
Fredrin.
नानालाई
So,
instant
and
burst
I
हान्दिनँ
think Twisted Minds is coming back into the aspect that they weren't scared of the Akai. Though the Akai did change the tide of quite a few of the fights with that heavy spin, that they're not falling into that fear factor that Burmese Ghouls was trying to instill.
Cool.
प्यासिभमा हो नाना नर्फ यप
Just
सर
as, just as you were saying that,
म
too,
युरो
I was
माउस
thinking
सोध्नु
about,
सर
you
हुन्छ
know,
हुन्छ
fear factor or not. The great
प्यासिभको
thing is,
एट्याक स्पिड
now you have
सरी
Brock
मुभमेन्ट
across
स्पिड
from your
घटाइदिएको
Burmese Ghouls, and then you have this Bruno, right? There's a lot of there's a lot of CC potential here from both sides, really. You know.
Thanks
and
for the
again, it comes
follow,
down to
Ed Neil,
how you're
Ed
able to
Neil,
utilize that. One
Mr.
thing I
Neil.
love about Grok is just the fact that for the most time you do see him with some great initiations with the wild charge, but a lot of times too it's used to peel and you know save the team, and you have that actually in a couple different heroes here for Burmese Ghouls. So
In
if
Myanmar,
Twisted Minds is thinking like, yeah,
Mythic
let's
Seal
come out
Esports is
swinging,
better than
you know,
BZ.
let's try to get
Oh.
these setups here. Well, then that's the thing that
Okay,
Burmese
but-
Ghouls, like, I'm expecting them to kind of adapt, right?
But
You
why are they
use the wild
invited?
charge
Is
if
it
you have to.
because
You
of
can use the
FEMFA World
Terrify
Championship?
mechanic with having the Valentina there for you. You know, you can even use the spatial migration, like in a way to.
But they
kind
got,
of help the
you know,
team
two of the
differentiate
imports
or,
from
disengage. And so
different
there's a lot of
country.
things that can fall into place here.
When did they had the time to practice? They seem so strong, even though they have new players. Maybe they might lose some synergy, but still they are so good. Thanks for the follow. नानाको मुसामा चाहिँ नर्फ हुनुपर्ने त्यही मुसै नर्फ भएको क्या ए मुसा मतलब सेकेन्ड स्किल मोलिनाज स्मोट्स निन्ज स्ट्रिम निन्जा एप हो कि पेज हो इट्स प्लगइन फर क्रोम It's plugin for Chrome. Then after activating it, you'll have to open the tabs, live tabs, and it will you know extract the data from the chats, and it will send it to OBS.
They're not they're almost playing exactly similar to last game. Like you were saying, I do think it is Maro's redemption arc here. He needs to come into this game thinking
But they'll
about
lose M5 they will lose M5 qualifier.
Make sure to not walk into certain areas. And
Do you
keep
mean
that in
M6?
mind.
Or do you mean they lost M5 qualifier?
That's the biggest way to put it, G. You know, you got to be able to not get caught out here for Maro and really try to find these
Thanks
lockdowns
for the
here. So we're
heart,
gonna be loading up
Jutsu Kaisen sir.
as we jump into the land of Dawn. Once again, it's match point here. Burmese Ghouls in this best of 3. It's a single elimination match. Twisted Minds has to stay into the game here. And with the draft that they have, are they in position? Once again, Saksa in that jungle on the Guinevere, and across from a man, we of course have 7 Oda on this.
In
Fredrin
Nepali,
again.
no
We'll see how this
have
kind of
good
unfolds
play
and
a
what the
good
pacing is gonna be here for
MLB
both
player.
these teams.
I do think that
Let's see in
kind
this
of just
season
building upon, like, two
the MLB
aggressive
Esports
teams
is
going
getting
at it. I think
interesting in
Twisted
Nepal as
Minds
well.
has to
There
take a
there are
step
some
back,
few
right?
imports from
They-
India.
Burmese
Maybe
Ghouls
there are
controls that
two
aggression. They have
there are
a
two
great
imports
control
from
of aggression,
India
and
region
Twisted Minds is
for
just
the
gonna
new
have to play a
team
little passive here. They
T2K
need
where
to
there's
come
Yahiko is
online
jungler I
and
guess.
stay and keep Burmese Schools at bay. If they can just essentially bait
The
them,
upcoming
not
season will
lose
be
too
interesting.
much,
You can
and
follow
keep
the
them at bay,
Nepali
I think the
official
passive
page
play is the correct
or
approach, and we can already see that coming from
Nepali
Maro,
official
right? He's
channel
not
to get
being
the
as
update.
vision aspect as he used
I'm
to be
excited
last time.
for
He's
the
gonna,
upcoming season of
apply the pressure in the
MNC.
EXP lane, 'cause we were seeing that D-Lar was just,
Thanks for the
or
TikTok icon.
Delar
त्यसलाई
was
के
just
भन्छ I'm not
going
sure.
insane
7
against,
Oda.
Mike there, and I think that we need to utilize
TikTok को
the
ट्याब चाहिँ
user
कसरी खोल्नु?
quite a
जस्ट
bit
TikTok
from
को
Twisted
पेज
Minds,
खोल्ने
right?
सरी
That's
लाइभ
the
लाइभ
only
भइरहेको पेज
response we
खोल्ने
really have
अनि
to the Bruno.
त्यतिकै छोडिदिने.
Yeah, and with that,
Lunarki
the folks
Panda,
on the
you know,
top
yep,
lane already
he's
looking
he's
for
a
that
jungler
first
from
blood.
4 Medical Esports.
Delar.
He's
Well,
having
their
his
will
board
be
exam
just
of 10th
fine, but
10th
this
grade.
is what we're talking about, the pressure,
So he
right,
might
from
be
Twisted Minds, the lineup that they have.
sorry, he will be
With
ready
that
to
Nico
participate
trying to get the
in upcoming
combination off when
MNC.
he had the Amafended stolen over from Maro, but now with that, first turtle is going to be up here for both teams to go ahead and start up. Burmese Ghouls getting in position. Blink not having that level 4, doesn't have the wild charge yet. Dragon form going to
Oh,
be used
Maro
by
is
Mike,
low.
pushing Saksa back. Nico tries to
Terrification.
jump in. There's the wild charge though.
Oh, Soda.
Able to secure it now. Saksa on the run as he gets taken down. First blood from Mike.
This is good.
7 Oda. I keep
the
on
first
I
blood
keep on
here.
pronunciate it.
Burmese Ghouls being put at bay,
I keep
right?
on
Like, and
pronouncing
feel like
it
the
as
Gwyn,
Soda.
right? The Gwyn
They
is
come in
a-
MSC.
It's more of the assassin.
Yep, maybe Lunatic Panda. I'm not sure how it's
like that, right?
who
And
will
I
win.
think from
It depends
the side
on
of Twisted
who
Minds,
which team
having
will
that
win
utility
the
jungle is gonna keep
MCV.
Burmese,
It might even
Ghouls
be
at bay.
Bangladeshi team.
Now,
If Nepali
in
team is
response, I
weak,
think Burmese
then
Ghouls needs to pressure
they might not be
harder
the
against
Nepali
Twisted
team.
Minds, 'cause
Who
you can
knows,
already see
anything
that the
can
passive
happen,
plays
right?
are happening from
So,
them, and they're just keeping,
it
Burmese
depends on
School
who
at bay.
wins, which team wins the
Economically, not too bad.
MCV.
Burmese Schools keeping it up, as well as
It
Twisted
depends on
Minds
that
have been securing that
result.
blood. Not too much of an impact in the overall gold lead here.
Oh,
We see an engage.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Saksa.
as we jump in, Saksa though able to survive.
Oh.
Whoa, there's the pole though. I'm offended. Gonna
Nice
find the
one, nice one.
connection they were looking for. Now gonna be caught.
Thanks for
under
the like,
wall.
Paolo.
Maro's gonna be the one to fall. 7 Oda gonna be the next target. Goes in with Appraiser's Wrath. Still trying to hold on. Able to scoot on under the turret and will survive. That was a crazy train. I mean, we lost it for a second, but we came back and it was just a fight going for it.
It was like a rabbit being pulled out of a hat right there. We were like, what's going down? And then bam, they hit us. And Burmese Ghouls showing Twisted Mind what they're bringing to the land of Dawn here. That was a good go by Burmese Ghouls. And it just goes
In
to show
M5
that
wildcard,
have a
they will
really
lose
solid front
6
line.
matches. I
And,
really
oh my God.
they'll lose 6 matches.
Wow.
I really sad for
Taken
this.
out, yeah, that was very
Okay,
quick. Again,
KO'd.
laying things together, yeah, getting KO'd there.
there's still,
but still,
you know, learning.
Burmese Ghouls trying
There's
to
nothing
find
to be
this lead if
sad
they can. Maro gonna go
about.
in with the offended.
Oh,
Nico doing the
nice.
damage. The burst is there as Nico's gonna be the one to fall, and now it's a Blink gonna be the focus. The next target gets shattered down.
The
but will be
Aurora is
revived
still
for now.
deadly.
Demar trying to help him out. Turtle's gonna be up.
She's
Oh,
still good.
Nico out of the picture. They
Even
have to
after the nerf
carefully
on
approach
second
this.
skill.
Mike, Sama also their coffin in position. There we go. The glaciers coming down, but I'm not sure if they're going to be in the position they were looking for. Delar
Oh,
now
nice
gonna be
knock
working
up.
on it. There's the violent
Oh,
requiem.
Saksa!
He's able to pull
Saksa
it
and
through.
there,
Still
retribution.
will fall now. 7 Oda there jumps in. Wall's gonna come down, but the flicker follows through. Delar looking for the kill on Mike. Gets dragged down, back to it. Nico gets the kill though. No one falls for Burmese Ghouls. 2 down for Twisted Minds.
Bro, that was
And I
that
think
was
they might
smooth.
want to take out Morrow here as well. KO punches coming out. Able to secure the kill for Nico there.
They're now
Burmese Ghouls
turning
showing that
the
same
table.
aggression that we've seen in the last game.
They're on the
And
lead
I gotta
now.
give it up to them, right? That was crazy. The Black Dragon utilized by Twisted Minds was their key. They were attempting to try to zone out and
Thanks for the
instill
like,
fear in
Daniel.
Burmese Ghouls
Mr.
utilizing that
Daniel.
Black Dragon, and it just wasn't there. They didn't give up the pressure. They were like, I don't care about that dragon in the sky. Bring it at me. Utilize that Violet Requiem to set him up, and then not only utilizing that spatial migration to come in and hit the retreat on the turtle was just crazy from the side of Burmese Ghouls.
For Twisted Minds, once again in this a position where they're finding themselves economically.
Now they call
falling behind.
Saksa.
Like, this is tough. Big item pickups
Okay,
here
they are doing
too
great.
for
Thanks for the like,
Burmese
Eto Yo,
Ghouls.
Eto
Berserker's
Yo.
Fury there, and also to deal with some of the sustainability from Twisted Minds already with the halberd. So they're still going to be working on it. The resources are also going to be taken through here. Burmese Ghouls, when they have the
Simon
lead,
Peter
this is what they like to
Opano.
do, right? They like to continuously put the
Thanks for
pressure
the like.
here. Pay attention to Blink. A lot of the times he's going to be doing exactly what he has to with this.
Don't forget to
Grok
like
pick,
this stream,
and he
guys.
will be decisive enough
Just
to
like
use the
our
ground
zone
guard
bird.
when he needs
Oh,
to. There's
nice
the
pick.
jump in, though. Morrow
But they are
could
not
be in
committing
trouble.
for the
If they
Ruby this
commit
time.
further,
The Ruby
he's
was
going to take
getting
himself. So right now, nothing
completely
but
locked,
it's
target
Twisted
locked
Minds holding on
during
to pressure.
during the
Still only
first
gonna be
game.
used. Blink still there, providing the vision.
But
With this Grok.
okay,
Turret's gonna
for
fall,
this
though.
game they are
2-2 in
not
the bottom lane.
completely going for
There's
Maro.
nothing right now that Twisted Minds can do. Turtle's gonna spawn though.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
their
Twisted
their
Minds,
main
they
target would be
attempted to
Coffin
do
with
what I
that
was saying earlier
Aurora.
on. Keep that passive play
HomeBois
in
is Deus
mind.
Vult. Deus,
And
I
try
guess
to
it's
secure some of the neutral
I'm
objectives,
I'm
but I
gonna
do think they have
support
lost. They kind of tunneled
Deus
vision
Vult,
into that
but
aspect, and-
HomeBois is
and trying to figure
strong.
out how
They'll
to
must probably
counter
win.
the aggressiveness of Burmese Ghouls is the play
I'm
here
50-50,
for Twisted
by the
Minds.
way.
They're
Thanks for the
being
like.
pushed back against that wall once again,
But yes, HomeBois
being
is strong.
forced to mount up defenses. I like
They're
their
good.
play right here. They're tempting to try to take something. If they can't get the turtle, maybe we can take a tower. Oh,
Thanks for
they
the
might be
like,
able to get a
Mr.
pick here in
Mia.
the bottom lane.
Well, still gonna
Look
work
at
on
that,
it.
look at
That's
that, look
Delar
at
gonna be
that.
in trouble. Flicker's
Oh,
out.
nice,
He's
nice
able to
one.
survive the 1-2. Delar survives despite a full-on focus, plus the turtle taken for Burmese Ghouls.
Eunice sir, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the like.
Man,
Jan.
I thought they were gonna get a pick and
Under
a
the
turret,
pick up.
but we do see Burmese Ghouls clapping back.
Clapping back, they do. They get a kill. They're happy.
How
about
did
Burmese
Delar
Ghouls
survive that
recovering the lead they
that
had.
situation?
Malefic Roar picked up by
That was
Stitch.
epic.
The damage department's gonna hurt here. And right now, Twisted
Thanks for
Minds
the like,
completely
everyone.
against the wall. Under the 10
Just
minute
spam the
mark.
like button.
It's looking dire here.
मिठो इसके
Still
ती
Mara
भनेको
jump
बबाल
out.
इसके भन्दै यार.
The wild charge comes through too. It's a mega kill already for Nico. And Twisted Minds down the roamer. Trying to hold on to these shields the best they can on these
के
last
तपाईले
turrets in the base.
ओनिक खेल्नु भयो?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta give it up to Nico there. We see Morrow trying to come in to get a
It's-
great
it's,
eye defended, undefended set, and then Nico like,
The
I'm
conversion
fine.
isn't perfect,
I'm
Mr.
offended
Zam
that you just
Backtoll.
tried to offend me. And then pull
It
back the
it
clap
kind of
there, and
says
that just
like,
allowed Burmese Ghouls
did you
to
play
keep
Onik?
scaling. The economic lead is definitely
But
in
that
the
makes
favor
no
of
sense,
Burmese
right?
Ghouls and Twisted Minds.
Do you
What
want
I
to
think
say
they're really
that? Do you want to
lacking
ask
compared
that
to the
did
last game is
Onik
they just- I
play
don't know if they
today?
have that
The match isn't
defense
today, by the
that
way.
can mount.
The Onik will play tomorrow.
Once again, Concealed Blade
Onik,
gonna be
Blacklist
used. Mike gonna be the
International,
focus. Still
Epic
surviving.
Brain.
Wild charge goes
Oh,
through.
nice.
Blink Gets the kill. What a play. Now Morrow gonna
Oh,
get trouble. Goes in
flicker,
another
Nico.
flicker as Morrow falls 2 down under the
Nice
turret
flicker
of Twisted
play.
Minds. Still, Burmese Ghouls
But I want to be
relentless
Nepali and
here
Indo.
as they
But I
assault
want to
parts
be
of the base.
Nepali
Still
and
working
Indo.
on the
You can be
turrets, though.
Nepali, anyone can be Nepali.
Twisted Minds, what can they do? Trying to hold on here. 10,000 gold behind. Turret's going to be worked on. Delar in position. The 1-2
Sonam
punch.
Ji, welcome to the
It
stream.
is deadly.
Hello.
They're gonna get the turret. They're
रुबीले
happy
के
with
त्यस्तो
it.
अल्ट हानेको?
Get the mid as well.
कति बेला?
Yeah, I think they're gonna take
Thanks
as
for the
much
like,
as they
Dale
possibly can here
Dennis.
just before they back
You know,
off and
Grok
take
is
the
pretty
Lord.
good
They
against
did.
Aurora. I
So
mean,
they're not even
he will
worried
not
about
get
the Lord. They're like,
he will not get
"Go ahead and
easily
go solo that
freeze.
Saksa. We'll keep them at
If
bay. keep them
Yep,
pressed against the
if
wall,
he is
maybe take another turn
along the
here.
wall and he
And
is
Twisted
cooking
Minds
that
trying
skill
to
1
find
of
a
him.
lead somewhere
What
that they
team is
can
stronger?
stop
Pick 3,
Burmese
bro.
Ghouls' pressure.
Okay,
And I think
if you want to
it's just
pick,
tough, right?
if you want me to
I
pick
feel-
3 teams, then
I feel
it's
like the
easy.
Coffin is gonna have
There's
to utilize
Epibrain,
that
there's
Frigid
Onyx
Glacier
Esports, there's
to
Blacklist
do something. The
International.
Black Dragon
Maybe for me
also
that
could be
those 3
utilized
teams
to mount
are
a defense.
strongest.
Again, this is only the first Lord, so
Among
it's not enhanced,
how much? Maybe
but
maybe we are
Twisted
left with
Minds
12
is
teams,
wide
right?
open at this
3
point.
teams of each
They're
group.
gonna have
There's
to.
yep, there are 12 teams
No
left
one is
in total.
enhanced now.
The one is going to get eliminated.
Burmese
Maybe that
Ghouls.
might be the Twisted Mind, the first one to get eliminated from playoffs.
I think anybody can answer that right now. I mean, with this
Yo, we're the
lead,
same.
man, it is deadly.
Yep,
And
I mean,
it's
that's
the same thing happened to the
most of the
previous game.
players
Even
would
more
say that,
aces
right?
to mark.
Most of the
Malefic
players
Roar
would
just
say
picked
the
up.
same.
Pressure gonna be here. They're holding on
Deus
to
and
this
Boss
bottom
Celesta
turret.
Mona.
Yes, the first Lord. But at this point, when you have this
Deus
kind of
Vult,
lead,
if you're asking, I'm not sure what
it's
you are
tough to deal
talking
with,
about,
right?
but
Burmese
Deus
Ghouls
Vult,
completely
their
controlling
match will be
this pace,
the second one,
just
right?
like
It's
they did
written
in the
on our
previous game.
description.
So now gonna be working for
Yep,
it. Lord
their
in
match
lane.
is after this
Twisted
match.
Minds, the work cut out for them. They have to pull out some kind of
Which
miracle
country?
here
It's
if
obviously
they can stay
Philippines.
into it. Dragon form gonna be popped. Delar on the bat side.
There are a
Might be
lot of
looking for his own entry
good
point.
players in
They're gonna
Philippines.
try to hold on to
Every
best they can,
reason
clear
are
the waves
hiring
out.
players. Sorry,
Keep an eye
they are.
on Delar.
What do we say? Import, right? Okay, that's easy. There's just a lot of minions coming in. I guess that's easy for the team Twisted Minds. Oh, nice pull, but he's going to get punished. But no! The freeze! Okay, that was nice one.
Lose a couple bodies in the making. Cuffin's next. Passive gonna be popping, he's gonna go down. Now Burmese Ghouls looking to take Twisted Minds out. Still working on the base, but they want to get Mike. They take him out, and now it's only Sano. Base gonna be worked on, and Burmese Ghouls will sweep this
ZZ.
series 2-0.
Don't forget to hit that like button,
Sending
guys.
Twisted Minds out.
Sending Twisted Minds home. Burmese Ghouls showing that they
Don't
are
forget to hit that like
fierce
button,
competition
everyone.
in the Phygital games of
Because
the
Indo
future.
importing Filipino.
Wow.
Yep, every most of the countries are importing Filipino players. Filipino is it tournament? Yep, it's tournament. It is being held in Russia. The organizer's name is, I guess, Game of Future, and the prize pool is of $1 million US dollar.
One.
It gives us, and then oh,
When you have that kind of lead, what can
It's
you
rough.
do, right?
Yeah, no.
It's rough. It's rough to deal with there.
Yeah.
Should I
they
play
just Twisted Minds
classic,
didn't have that
ranked,
defense that
or
they built a wall
should
in
I
the first
play-
game, the first series. Coming into
Should I
the
play-
second
should I
series,
play-
they
should I
just
play
didn't
Brawl?
have that wall to be able to stop that aggression. And we've seen a couple big plays come off by Twisted Minds. They were grasping for air and trying to keep at bay. And I'm pretty sure we'll see some of the highlights coming here. We can see some of the teams.
Thanks
what's
for the
going
follow.
down here.
Bro, Indonesia or
The
Philippines?
disappointment, from the side of
I'm a
the
big fan of
if I'm not
Indonesia.
mistaken. And
I'm
again, it just
fan
goes
of
to
Onyx
show
Esports.
the grit
I'm
and
fan
the-
of Mirko.
tenacity
He's also from
that
Indonesia,
Burmese
right?
Ghouls has brought to the land of Dawn.
But unfortunately, there are a lot of
This is
players who are
competition,
good
man, right? At some
in
point,
Yeah.
Philippines.
someone has to go home, right? Someone
I'm not
has to
sure.
go home. Someone
If
has
you
to
are
go
talking about
forward.
the
You can
overall
look at it this way,
overall
and
MLBB
for Twisted Minds, there's a lot that they can look at this
ecosystem,
and
it's
point things
definitely
out
Philippines.
Before these players, before they proceed
They're
on for the rest
obviously
of the
good.
year, right? I mean, they got to this point. They got to the playoffs. Both these teams, though, gee, we talked about this, man. As we
Thanks
take
for
a
the
look at
follow, Mr.
highlights here,
Kaijin. Mr.
we
Kaijin,
talked
Kaijin.
about the fact that how the experience was for these two individual teams in the group stage, right? I mean, it was some dicey games that they had. And honestly,
Mr. Rockies, thanks for the follow.
I was expecting a 3-game series here, like based off what we saw in the group stages. But there was something about Burmese Ghouls today where it's like, and you pointed this out. I don't know if it was a stage or like the
Kutanung
setup that they're going
Mo
through or
Bulbul.
what, maybe what they learned
You know
from the group
Yaoi?
stages and everything.
Yes.
But man, like this
Who
is
doesn't?
Burmese Ghouls came out hardcore swinging, man. I don't know what they did, but there was not very many.
Yep,
weak
Philippines
links
is
in
obviously
their play
strong.
today.
No, and I think that just goes to show that they just didn't make mistakes, and then they took advantage of the mistakes that Twisted Minds they did, you know. And I think the turning point was the second turtle when they were trying to utilize that black dragon to
Wait,
secure
what?
the area. And
Do you
it just
do you
didn't
mean
work
the
against them,
main
to
stream?
be
It's
honest.
in
Burmese
Game of
Ghouls set a
Future.
trap, put Twisted Minds in that trap, And
you may
they took
search game of user
everything from
on
it.
YouTube,
And we
then
can kinda see
it will
that they just
pop up.
they kept trying to
Will get
bait
popped
Twisted
out.
Minds out. They were able to utilize the Valentina very well.
I'm in
We can
record, bro.
see that
Are you
Nico was
recording?
4-1-1. It was just
Yeah.
it was a tough game for
Why
Twisted
are you
Minds.
recording me?
And I think it ultimately, I mean, from my side of the, being an NA and everything, North America doesn't have on-stage experience. And I feel like that's kind of.
Bro, what is
fallen
the
into
next match?
Twisted
It's
Minds
between
at this
Deus
point.
Vult
This was,
and
I wanna
Deus
say
Vult
their
versus.
biggest stage that they walked on.
Sorry, I forgot.
Could that have been a playing factor? Maybe.
Oh, HomeBois, Deus Vult versus
Yeah, and,
HomeBois. I'm sorry,
you
I'm
know,
sorry.
speaking of that,
I'm
like,
sorry,
I
Malaysian
don't know,
players. If you are
it's
watching
kind
right
of
now, I'm really sorry.
poetic, like, again,
I'm just doing
against
some
them,
stops
their
over
minds
here,
just seem literally
so I
twisted
just
in the
got
series.
I
don't know what
just
it
lost my
was,
mind.
but they weren't
What team
able
do you
to
pick
pull
again?
off what they needed to do from
I
start
pick
to finish
Onyx
in both
Indonesia.
games, and again, MVP here, Stitch on Bruno pick.
Okay, so maybe we'll have some fun matches until the match starts. Okay. Let's go, boys. If you map race the viewers, most of them are from different country. They were 120 maybe. They were 120 viewers when the match was active. To show my classmate that Philippines are the strongest. No, I mean that's my personal opinion, but my opinion won't matter, right? Can I join you? Okay, you may join after this match. Which one do you want me to pick? Leslie? It's hard to farm in Brawl, right? Leslie, oh, I'm sorry. I just logged. I just logged on to Kagura. I'm sorry for that. Let's go, Sam Raudzi. Welcome to the stream. 3 into 1. Oh, you wanted me to rephrase the hero pool. Oh, okay. Next game, you may ask me to pick the hero. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Next match it's between Deus Vult versus HomeBois. The new skin of Kagura. Oh, that Beyond the Cloud one. Net भएर sound 0 14 144 pixel मा हेर्दैछु. Beyond the Clouds, I don't know why I didn't like it so much. Is there a delay? Oh, there's a bit of delay. I'm sorry. Just a minute. I'm low on HP. Got it, Sonny. Where's game sound? Oh, sorry, my bad.
Under attack.
Game sound is turned off. Sorry. सबजना गयो त रिहर्सल त केले पुल गर मलाई Where are my teammates?
As long as the sun still shines. Enemy double kill. Purifying. Double kill. Another unfortunate save. I must stop them before they go too far. Double kill. They must be
Background
right
music
back
stop
where they
गरौँ न
belong.
के के
Boom
त्यत्रो लाउड आएर
The world is a big garden. And every Do you smell it? The fragrance of
ला कहाँ उफ्रेको त्यो Oh, ha ha ha. I rushed too much. Enemy maniac!
Almost there. Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
Hi Sofa, welcome to the stream. People sir. यसलाई साइमा चाहिँ के हो त्यस्तै त्यस्तै देखिरहेछ वाट्सएप मामा वेलकम टु द स्ट्रिम डार्क मुनलाइट
This feels
Enemy has been slain. Good game.
क्यामेरा हाँसो
Good game.
अय्यो
survived the darkness again.
Good game.
With sunlight out of the darkness.
Where's my triple kill, bro?
Petals unfold, perfume wafts, and here I finally rise and bloom. Bloom now! Trust me! Unclean. Ally has been slain. Ally has been slain.
Bro has 9% couldn't answer a simple question. What's the next match? Sorry, I wasn't focusing on the comments. It's between Deus Vult versus HomeBois. कति रिपर आज? I was too focused on the game. I'm sorry, my bad. Nice snipe.
As long as the sun still shines.
Happy streaming, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Watching from Philippines. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Zaiti.
It was too late. Double kill. Your team launched an attack. They must be led back where they belong. Launch attack. Destroy the turret. Quick first. Good game.
Okay, I didn't get that kill. What's up
know,
with the
possibly
game?
retiring or something like that. So, you know, as they kind of work on HomeBois specifically and how
Okay,
this
let's
team,
focus
the
on the
synergy
match.
has been worked on, because we always have to talk about synergy when you're talking about these teams, right? It's obviously a team game. Yeah, you can have the most skilled player out there, but really, can you actually carry an entire game or a series? You know what I mean? Like, that's something here. So I think if you're specifically talking about Deus Vult and of course for HomeBois, on what is going to separate them, we had the same conversation with the previous series, man. Like
Game,
play
bro.
style.
Yep,
So
it's between
specifically
Deus
since you've
Vult versus
watched or you've,
HomeBois.
casted, you know, the Deus Vult games. Like, did you see something very specific to you from what you saw from the group stages that kind of
It's
should
between
set them
Deus Vult
apart
versus
against HomeBois?
HomeBois,
I would say that they bring like a very tactile stance to their gameplays, right? They get very tactical, and I think that's what HomeBois is going to have to watch out for, right? And once we get into some of those games, and well, you'll see that, right? And in the current meta right now, the jungle's been kind of
Okay, that's it. Maybe we were only a few seconds
smaller area
behind.
and team fights are key. So having that tactical approach to situations is what I think you know, Deus Vult brings to the playing field. Now for HomeBois, again, I think they have quite experience being into the Mlbb scene. But I kind of the aspect that you built off of, man, is that you know you can't count out regions, right? Like the regions, they'll show you that they're coming to fight. And I think that's what Deus Vult has done. And I think because their tactile approach on team fights is what sets them apart from other teams. And you know, I haven't seen too much of HomeBois, so, and they're from Malaysia, so you might be a little bit more familiar with them than I am. What's their approach?
Man, when you look at, I guess when you really point out the playstyle or like the environment that the Malaysian teams are in. They have there's a word for it, like the Lungar strategy. It's it was established over there, and not all the teams play like this, right? Specifically.
Looks like we might have lost
Nice, like you,
at
bro.
this point. He was kind of building off what HomeBois
Nice
kind
to
of
argue
brings
though.
to
Welcome to the
playing
stream,
field
nice as
here.
you.
And again, just kind of building on to that, right? Is that these two teams are going to be going at it. I believe again that Group A was
Nice to
really
argue
tough to
then.
go. There was a lot of heavy hitters in Group A, but also Group B had some heavy hitters, and I think Naisu was kind of building upon that. HomeBois brings styles that are a little bit different to the playing field. It's ever changing in Mlbb. And I think it's anybody's game at this point. Though I do think some regions are a little bit stronger.
Kino span
Kind of
go.
building upon what Naisu said earlier is that just the dark horse, Deus Vult, into M5 was huge.
के भएछ नाइसको लाइन गयो क्या
It's one
नेपालमा
of
जस्तै
those
जान्छ
aspects
क्या
that you'll have to
लाइन
keep an eye on is that is HomeBois prepared? Are they prepared to have they done their research to take down HomeBois, right? Or to take down Deus Vult? Either or, both teams are going to be going at it. Hopefully we'll get
Can you hear me?
Naisu on at some
पोइन्ट्स
point.
छिटो बढाएको मामा
Hey, oh my!
We're back.
पोइन्ट्स स्प्याम गरेर बढ्दैन नि त बेला बेला कमेन्ट गरेर रहनुपर्छ नट द्याट मच
I know. You were just going at it, and then I was like,
I was in a
go?
full spiel, and then you just you stopped, and I was like, there goes everything I was saying about the Malaysian region. So,
well, you're back.
hey,
How do you think
Hey, well-
about it?
well, let me just say I didn't catch anything you were saying because I was stuck in time there.
Stuck in
Nathan
limbo.
took me. Yeah, Nathan took me for a ride, but. Going back, I guess while we're waiting for the teams to kind of get ready, again, for everybody waiting online, there is an actual, of course, like stage now.
1 week भइसक्यो 30 पोइन्ट्स पुराउन सकेन मैले बेला बेला कमेन्ट गर्नुपर्छ क्या once in a while
like their schedules and everything. So
How
you
I
have to join
how
us
I
as
know
we dive
it's
into,
lazy it's lazy
some of the stuff. So make sure you guys grab, stay hydrated, get your snacks and everything while we wait for the second matchup. But what I was saying was that Malaysia is known for a specific play style, and I was relating it to what I was saying about Burmese Ghouls, man. Like Burmese Ghouls, very aggressive. Malaysia also kind of like to be known to be pretty aggressive in their approach to these games, but I feel like it has adapted because for the longest time, and even asking and talking to some of the casters, the fellow casters from Malaysia, like they'll say like, yeah, they're happy that they get to be in all these
Points
tournaments and
किन
stuff, but
मिल्ने
they
बनाउनु
wanna
न
win, man.
त्यसको
Like,
लागि
they
त
want
थुप्रो
to-
पोइन्ट चाहिन्छ नि त
they're
मिल्यो भने
tired
पनि
of getting like these 3rd, 4th, 5th places or whatever it is, right? And so that had to basically, for all these teams that want to do that, like it has to change your play style has to change. It has to adapt. You still have your personality as a team, as a region, but you really have to adapt to what these rest of these teams that have been winning these championships are doing. And I think Malaysia has been doing that. And HomeBois,
म हिजो आएको सेन्डेन
I
पोइन्ट्स
love-
भइसक्यो त्यही त बेला बेला
what I
कमेन्ट
love
पोइन्ट हान्नु
about
पर्यो नि
them
त
is their
बेला बेला
flexibility.
बेला बेला
Now,
कमेन्ट हान्नु पर्यो क्या
We talked about this specifically in the
Limbe
previous
sir को
game
पनि
where I was
नाम
like,
चेन्ज
how
भएको
flexible do you
Oh
want to
my
be in
God.
a best of 3 single elimination? It's kind of scary because if that's your personality and that's what you're known for, it's tough.
बडाला
because
नि
you have
तपाईँ
to
बनाउनु
pull
न
it off
बनाइहालिन्छ नि
even in
त्यति
game
त
one, and what really sticks out for me when you're talking about HomeBois, to get to the specifics here, man, is like their roam, Zorn. He's usually a great playmaker for the team, right? He's able to pull some of those stuff off, but yeah, you're going against across from him from Deus Vult, right? We saw great things from Salo, where everyone is like, whoa, like when we were
मेरो 2 दिन नेट
the
गर्न
Digi,
त मेरो
right?
नि
No,
हुन्थ्यो
so
ओके
much damage or whatever
Welcome
they were
back.
saying back then. Like
Anyways.
the puns with that, right? Like it was intense. And I think one of the things too that really kind of changes the dynamic of HomeBois here, and we'll see kind of unfold when we actually get to the games, is again, what's the impact of Nets? Like, Nets in the gold lane. Is he actually able to shine and play? Because this guy, man, like he is over in the Philippines, he was very known for even some of that backdoor pressure, those backdoor plays. Now we're going to be
I
taking a
failed
look
to be
here
an
real quick at the
artist?
roster as we've talked about.
How?
This again, Kid Bomba, Sawo, Hiko, Sunset Lover, Magister. These guys made waves, right? I
Mama
know
ko
we're
bhi khana
missing,
aega?
one guy there that we saw from
मेरो
M5
भात छैन।
specifically, but these guys made waves for everybody, and they really put the region on the map from M5. Gee, and you know, you watched a lot of that, and again, I think you kind of pointed out, you made great points specifically for them. But real quick, take us through. I believe this is going to be, or just a second, we're going to see the roster also for HomeBois for those that haven't watched these past couple of days, because like you said, you know, I've seen HomeBois quite a bit. But I think my biggest question mark, G, is really how does this work now, where you are in the playoffs, single elimination, you best of 3, you've got a little bit of variation here. But before that, take us through the picks and bans.
Yeah, we can kind of see some of HomeBois'
Dick,
picks and
कति
bans
बोलेको
here.
यार?
You can see that they're familiar with the
मान्छे बोलाउन
Valentines, the
पर्यो
Flynn,
यसरी
the
सन्यास
X-Ward,
लिन
the
भएन?
Harris. The Heft is
कस्तो
also a pick
सन्यास?
that I think you guys are going to want to keep an eye out for, because HomeBois did utilize the Harris pretty well. And then you can see some of their bans, you know, getting rid of the Faramis, getting rid of the Valentina. Again, you were saying the Diggy. The Diggy was playing a big aspect of Deus Vult, so we could possibly be seeing the Diggy bans coming out by them. And that just goes to show that it's kind of like a respect. And again, building off of what you were saying, HomeBois, their versatility, their flexibility. Is this the time that they should bring that, right? It could be the challenging factor that Deus Vult has, though, right? 'Cause I feel like that's when I was at M4, Malaysia just
बस्नै
pulled out
पर्यो नि अब।
crazy plays. You never
कुन गेम छ
they
अब?
kept you on
Deus
the
Vult
edge of your
versus
seat.
HomeBois.
You never knew what they were gonna bring at you and throw at you. And I think that's what Deus Vult is going to have to keep an eye out for. Are those crazy plays going to be what changes the tides, you know? And I think HomeBois, they're great at what they do, and it would be nice to kind of see Malaysia, you know, get one on something.
Well, I think they have the
मलाई
tools
त
that they need,
हेरिन
right? I mean, both
मैले
these
त
teams
हेरिन
do.
यार बल्ल चलेको छ नेट
But you know, one
Aiko
lane
game-
that we
Aiko
really
game
haven't
mostly
talked
जित्यो।
about much, and which a lot of
Wait.
people paid attention to, especially through the M5, was XP
First
lane,
game Burmese
right?
Ghouls
Like,
जित्यो, Burmese
I still
Ghouls।
think that
Happy New Year,
currently-
Happy New
I
Year।
know our meta is
मस्किन
slowly
हुन्छ त?
shifting. Like, I mean, it's not crazy.
म हेर्दा
yet,
हेर्दै
but
निदाएको छु
I would
Agi.
still say that XP lane is a great
Okay, no worries.
impactful lane until now. You know, and a lot of the times, like even what we saw earlier, you know, we still see a lot of the Lapu Lapus, a lot of the Paquitos. Yeah, there's some variation in there now too, but I think that's where we really have to keep an eye on. Like, and HomeBois has to be able to control Kid Bomba. A lot of the teams that worked against Deus Vult in their previous tournaments, you know, that's what they did. They really tried to kind of shut down the XP lane where Kid Bomba was struggling to make those plays, make those impactful moments happen. You know, and a lot of times it was on the Lapu Lapu. Like he did great things there. And if take it back from the previous series, like Delar in the first game wasn't able to pull those things off on the Lapu Lapu, right? I mean, sometimes you land,
आज नसुतेको निदाएको छु
you know, the stuns,
निदाइहाल्छु
so you kind of go in
Okay.
with Flicker, plays the bravest fighters and everything else, but Kid Bomba was specifically one of those players that stood out, you know, that stood out there. And I think, again, XP lane, we're going to have to pay attention to this, but also gold lane, right? The gold lane nets being that factor, how does that kind of fall into place? What kind of approach
Are you
do they
streaming
take?
until
And I'm
in live?
thinking even
Yep, sir.
what we saw earlier from
I
Stitch,
did that
like
yesterday.
Bruno
I
is
even
probably
casted
gonna
in
be
English,
a big pick for
but
HomeBois
you
if they wanna
know,
go that route.
the viewers requested me
But
to
seeing Nets specifically and knowing how he's kind
put
of
the-
played over the
put
past
the live
year and whatnot, you
where
build
already
over a
casters
lot.
are there.
So I think if you're
So I'm not
Deus
casting
Vult,
today, I
you
guess.
really need to put pressure in that gold lane if you can against Nets, because he has a tendency, man, to like.
आजै होला मैले
what-
स्ट्रिममा
and
आउँदा
again,
रिपोर्ट
I don't
नभेट्या
know what he's doing the impact here.
अहिले
for
break भएर
HomeBois
होला नि
specifically on the calling part of it, but
कत्रो हो
Nets
ब्रेक
might be
पनि
the type
आम्मामा।
too to just be like, you know, you guys go do your objective dance, go do your thing, hold it together. I'm gonna go for the backdoor play. I'm gonna go, you know, do my thing. I'm gonna push that side lane so hard that by the time Deus Vult,
I could have finished another
keeps
brawl
here
match
at the base. You
until
know, and that's
now.
something that they have to watch out for, because the picks currently are still basically favorable for a gold laner like Nets is my point, right? So as we kind of contemplate here and theorize like exactly how this is going to approach, things could change too, man, because group stages they had like in a way they had that extra chance almost, you know, but now it's like
Thanks for the like, Gerald.
again, the best of 3 ahead of them.
Yeah, definitely. And something to kind of just highlight, you know, we're talking about the gold and the EXP lanes, but I think we got to also, you know, highlight some of the other lanes, right? Like Deus Vult, actually, their mid lane has almost one of the most MVPs set in the Digital games, right?
Naishiro Rasmikas जस्तै देख्छु त.
Right, being so heavy that the current meta is focusing on the gold lane, the roam, being a more tactical jungle,
Money खर्च नगर्ने
and even
points.
roams now have been quite wild. You know, like we've seen in the tournament a Charizla roam.
What kind of wild?
We've seen a Charizla roam. We've seen Guinevere, Ruby's out there now. You know, they're just bringing such crazy plays into it. And if I'm not even, I think I might
Game
even
खेल्नुपर्छ
see a
क्या?
Humper roam if I'm not mistaken. Some of these games, it was like you never
Even
knew
I'm
what to
tired of
expect.
this,
You never know what to expect. So the roam aspect is still there. I think it is a critical role to be played in some of these matches as well. But you can't also forget about the mid lane. The mid lanes kind of shine. And I think right now, Sunset Lover has that, right? The Sunset Lover has been aggressive on the Navaria, even though the hero is more of that peel, that backline peel. I think there's a lot of aspects that the mid lane brings in, a lot of aspects the roam brings in, especially into the digital games. The meta is always changing, and I feel like this being the first tournament of the year, 2024, right? The biggest international tournament right now. It just goes to show that this could be the stepping stones, the foundations that these teams are building for tournaments to come.
I think that's a good point. You know, the fact that a lot of this and why I was saying even with Twisted Minds, like they got swept by Burmese Ghouls, but basically the fact is when you take this tournament, you see how things kind of work out. Like this is going to set the pace for the whole year for the most part, right? For a lot of these teams, they're going to decide what works for them, what doesn't. But you know, with HomeBois specifically and Deus Vult, like we know these are two solid teams that have a lot of experience. Yeah, there's some minor changes, you know, here and there in terms of lanes, because really, honestly, man, we can point out every single lane. But ultimately, like we were doing even with Burmese Ghouls, it's like that execution part within the game and how they kind of approach it based on their draft, based on their picks. What do we see from there, you know, and kind of how do they play around that? Because some teams, like we know, even teams like
Mlbb
they actually hold on to some of their secret stuff.
I guess I'm gonna play the game, bro. It's taking too long.
And it's funny because even talking to some of the coaches about it, like that's what they do. They wait till this point in the playoffs where they're like, all right, we've been working on something special. Let's see if it happens. And we saw this from even other global tournaments before, you know, that we saw last year, where we saw some of the first Fredrin mids or the Adets come out again, you know, that wasn't paired like a Johnson and stuff like that. And even so far here in Games of the Future, like you said, we've seen very interesting things.
Sometimes you can tell a person is special the first time you meet them.
Side lanes and everything else. And again, with these two teams, these are teams that they have of course like a game that they play, but really again, variation and flexibility is obviously a point of it. And you know, if we see that in this best of 3, I would love to see it, man. Layla was probably one of the highlights so far of this whole tournament.
दिउँसो बोलाउँदा किन नआएकी
I
स्टोर?
wasn't even casting those games, but just being able to see Layla in a big tournament like this was great. And I know there's already been hundreds of clips made, you know, about it and reactions to it too, and that's what I like.
Zoin, sir?
Like, and
Where?
some people will say, like, man, some of these teams
So
doing this
Yami.
stuff, like they're trolling. They're not.
Where do you
Like,
want me to join?
It's actually in the lineup that they have with what they want to accomplish. And that's why even before when like
they call me because I saved my nation from falling apart.
To work out, you know, and that's why even with the Aurora like rework.
प्याच नोट्स पढ्दै थिए के म त्यति बेला ए yeah, but that's good thing by the way.
I thought it was a very
गल चाहिँ हटाइदिनु पर्यो
the way that her kit worked, and now it's even
जुट्टै
better.
उयो
It works really well with a lot of the
resources
lineups that
answer
we're currently seeing in this new meta, I should say. It's not completely new, but it's definitely altered.
I think it's more of like the current meta is like stepping. It's like a stepstone into diversity. We're just seeing such diverse heroes coming out. The Layla. By the way, the Layla was RRQ Hoshi versus Deus Vult, which was wild. The game went 30 minutes, and being Layla is definitely that late game hero. Just showed out. And it was quite, to be honest, I was streaming. Again, like I was saying, I was like my first shift is casting.
It will be good for you.
And the moment I go live, I'm like, hold up, that's a Layla. I was like,
yeah,
what's going on here? And then, dude, my stream was going nuts. And
I was gonna say, how did the stream feel, man?
Oh, man, dude, the stream was just going nuts. I think that it just
Mobile Legends.
मैले सुन्नु पर्यो नि त भनेर क्या
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
You can predict the enemy's move.
My reflex bad. Oh,
like what?
cancel हुआ था यार.
Warrior never backs down from a fight.
बाँच यार त स्टेज. Cease.
Worthy death. Warrior.
अझै स्टार्ट भएन है त.
Our victory will be decisive.
Oh!
Slain. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been
I don't know what you are talking about,
enemy double.
Mr. Hidayat.
Only by facing the enemy can one know his true self. I go wherever the wind takes me. Rain down the fire!
An enemy has been slain.
Stay loyal. Stay humble. Only by facing the enemy can one know his true self. My reputation is built on my bravery and
Killing
loyalty.
spree.
Duty, honor, and homeland.
Initiate retreat.
You can predict the enemy's moves.
Our turret is under attack. Mega kill.
Hey, Superchat to the match. That match Superchat to यार.
Our turret has been destroyed. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Isan sin sa kaima. Eh, yep.
Our turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
The game is already started. What do I do?
I go wherever the
An
wind.
enemy has been slain. Shut down. Double kill.
Bring down the fire. A true warrior never backs down from a fight. Victory will be decisive.
I got through burst damage this.
For a true warrior.
What phone is that? It's Poco X6 Pro. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Mr. John Rose. I'm sorry it will be delayed a bit. Maybe they are still yet to start the match.
Stay loyal. Stay humble. A good army should be flexible, like that.
Chipset, it have the sorry, what was that? Maybe Mediatek.
Killing spree.
Dimensity. It has Dimensity 30 something ultra 3200 or maybe something like that. 3000 ultra, something like that. I'm with HomeBois, but I also support Deus Vult. I'm not sure. I'm sometimes telling that I'm supporting HomeBois. I'm sometimes telling that I'm supporting the Deus Vult. But yep, obviously strong. A stronger team is HomeBois for me, according to my.
Our victory will be decisive. My reputation is built on my bravery and loyalty.
Your team destroyed the turret.
Graphics stable, bro. It's on ultra graphics, but the FPS is I've said it low because it's my PC. It doesn't support that well. Graphic is ultra, but the frame rate, I mean, even though it supports ultra frame rate, if I turn it on, the stream will be laggy. That is why I've capped it on a high frame rate. So okay, let's go. The game is on now.
We've got Deus Vult there, blue, HomeBois on the red. We'll see how the draft pans out. So you're going 2-1. You're going 2-1.
2-1. 2-1.
Okay. If you guys are watching online too, feel free to put your predictions in the chat wherever you're watching. I am going to say that I think it's going to be Deus Vult as well. I think I hoped that the previous
Deus
series
Vult,
was a
okay, they are
3-game
predicting
series.
for
I didn't get it.
Deus Vult.
And it's my first day of casting.
Nice phone. It's in fact kind of budget gaming phone. It isn't that expensive.
3 games, man. I'm saying
that's what I can
Deus
afford
Vult
right now. So I went for it.
But I want that 3-game series, especially when you're talking about the fact that this is one of these teams.
Minotaur ban early. Oh, edit ban as well.
In the tournament. Like,
maybe they are going for carry or Claude, something like that. Even Brody. And for now, most of the max spin will
once again, this could leave
struggle against Harith.
A lot of things on the table that we have seen banned out so far for these.
Thanks for the follow, Mr. Lens.
Yeah, HomeBois is kind of fallen into the their predictable bans that we've seen in the most banned area. They banned out the Menno a lot. They banned out the Faramis a decent amount. And I think Deus Vult has kind of fallen into that aspect as well. And again, this is just that's the versatility that the teams bring to the field. Though HomeBois have never used Nolan at this point, could this be a time that they would have pulled it out? Maybe, right? So it just goes to show that the teams are kind of anticipating something. Deus Vult building something that they don't want to see these quick.
And
again, I think this falls into the aspect that I was saying is Deus Vult is more of that the tactile team, right? They're bringing tactics into the Land of Dawn. And they don't want those are
you made it. Kyrie's here.
One person dies.
Is Kyrie's here like this?
They have that right there, and that's the burst
I
ability
just
behind Assassin to get them off the playing field.
I just did nothing. I just watched it and just read it, and that's all. And I slept for some few hours, and now I'm here streaming this thing. I did nothing.
You know, the ball is in the court for Deus Vult. Like, how do you want to start this draft? Because we were just talking about how important it is to get on that right foot for the best of 3. And this first pick is usually very crucial for a lot of teams, which is still, they could opt for utility and a flex pick to kind of really gauge on exactly what HomeBois wants to do with their first options across from them. But again, too, you know, this is a, they take the CC. Okay, so they're going to go with that. But again, this is these two teams, by the way, I know it was a little bit different in terms of roster or whatever, but they did play against each other in M5. Obviously, I think they were both in the same group, if I recall right. They were like Group D, or I think they were last group. And, you know, HomeBois did struggle. Like, they did struggle overall in group. By the way, that was the same group as the Ohio brothers, man. So, you know, they had a group there. So, in a way, it's like, all right, we meet again. What has changed? What has developed aside from, you know, a little bit of that roster change? And that's where we see this kind of unfold now in that do or die situation. HomeBois is going to pick up the Guinevere and the Claude. This is 2 picks that we see often picked up here in that first phase of the draft.
Yeah, and I think this is good for HomeBois, right? The Guinevere is just such a flexible pick in the early stage. Again, like we've been saying nonstop, like Guinevere can either go roam, can go jungle. Yeah. It just kind of keeps Deus Vult on their toes, you know? And then also Claude, that's great late game security, but my God, the Diggy, oh God, HomeBois, watch out, right? This is gonna be rough. It is the signature. If I'm not mistaken, I was watching a lot of M5, and that Diggy was just wrecking havoc. Allowing that into the playing field And again, it's a great counter to the Guinevere, right? That you can get out of a lot of the
No lag at all.
violet
Okay,
requiems
thank you, thank
and
you.
Keep them at bay. You can also shield your whole team to avoid the blazing duets. So, oof.
And, you know, granted the fact, too, whoever moves on from here is going to have to face against AP Brent, right? So that's who's waiting for them, ahead of them. And,
Okay, assassins are good against Diggy.
You want to play your best, obviously, your best picks. And this
So
is
Guinevere is
kind
going
of
for
playing out to be that way. I love
the
that
roaming
Diggy was
position.
locked in. You can see
Illa
the
would
answer
have
with
been
HomeBois
also
already
good,
to
but
round out
okay,
that first phase.
the Deus Vult,
picked
they
the
have
Lancelot, and this is
great
because
early
really
game as
tempo
well.
is going to be kind of the name of this game one, it looks like, you know, for the most part. It's like, who's going to get that tempo early on in the jungle? Probably going to be trying to do that with HomeBois' lineup already, but Deus Vult, they have an answer. They have a great answer to it. And knowing how that so much damage saying came through back from M5 when the Diggy was locked in, I think that's going to be a similar case here, right? Not to mention, too, from group stages, Sunset Lover, who, for me, even back in M5, was a little bit underrated. Like, he was doing crazy things. So far in group stages, I believe he got 3 MVPs, man, for here, for Games of the Future. Like, the guy has 3 MVP for performances, and that's a little scary when you're thinking about if you're HomeBois, right? How? Because we talked about earlier, controlling certain lanes, certain players, and a lot of the times, people naturally went to Kid Bomba because on social media, he was everywhere. And that's why I'm saying, like, Sunset Lover was kind of low-key because the guy, I mean, just looking at his demeanor, even in person, like when you meet him, you know, the way that he is, he's a great guy, but he is a menace in-game. And there's a reason why he got those 3 MVPs for so far for the group stage. So I think if you're HomeBois, you got to control this, man.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that they're going for that route. Deus Vult is they're kind of setting Sunset Lover behind the scenes, right, and keeping him towards
what
the
country
end.
needs
And I think
it?
that is kind of what you were saying. HomeBois has to think about that, right?
Well, let me check.
And you can already see that they're targeting jungles mostly right now. And then, interesting, the Odette. If I'm not mistaken, Deus Vult was the team that pulled out the Odette.
He's from Philippines.
Again, they trying to keep that diversity at bay for the side of Deus Vult. Now, responding to that, HomeBois still hasn't picked their mage, right?
Oh, so he's from Onyx, Philippines.
It might be an epic mage battle on who's going to get the better pick here. And I think right now Navaria is still open.
If we go beers early, late,
Well,
no, sir.
They didn't. They go to the thaw
Ete?
move, so Navaria is still open. Nana's
they might
still
not join because
Like,
most
two
of them
the
are
heaviest
from
hitters in
you
the
know, out of
main
Nepal.
lanes are still
So
open.
That's a good point. I'm wondering though too. Exactly.
he's import player.
This
Yep,
is the threat
he's
of
from
the game,
Onyx,
right?
Philippines.
I mean, you have to really, you really have to think about what you are going to put, even in the mid lane, right? I mean, for the most part, you try to opt for some of that burst if you can, because if you can actually get that times journey out
yep.
early,
Then
that gives you a
they won't
huge
come
advantage when it
on
comes to the
YouTube
team fights, or even
if I
early
request them.
skirmishes, you know?
So let them be
that might
there.
something that HomeBois really wants to opt for. Now, you know, we've seen a lot so far. Of
Hi, Coin,
coming
welcome back,
through,
welcome
and that
back.
can work. Like you mentioned, Novaria is open.
Thanks
because
for the
they're
share,
really
Mr.
on point. There it is.
Mr.
There's
Ellie. I'm
Novaria.
not
It's
sure
gonna be
if
locked in.
that's
'Cause what I was
if
gonna say
he
is when
I
you're
mean
really
if
on
Ellie is
point,
he or
able to
she.
just kinda whittle down
Where
the
can I
team,
find the game
then
schedule,
all
buddy?
the
You
points matter on
I'm
utilizing
sorry
the
it's
time.
not on
Let's say if
TikTok
trigger
because
it right
TikTok
away,
won't let
to
us
the point where
you know
it's like,
include
alright,
the
we
long
approach this
kind of
objective
description.
fight
But
or
if
this
you
turret push,
went
we'll
if
whittle
you
down the
visit the
half
side
health
of
to the Novaria
Wikipedia,
front
then
lines
you
so you
may
can deal with
you
this.
may find it there,
Interesting
or you may
here.
just visit our YouTube or Facebook
I
and
come
you
through.
may find the
I think the reason
whole
they put
schedule
Tristanas here is
over
that you
there.
can kind of see what HomeBois is going with right here. They're all about getting
Millennial
in
din
and
nalala niyo.
out
Yep.
as quick as possible. We've got the Claude, we've got the Lance, and the Guinevere. So
By
I
the way,
like
if you
that
want
they
the
needed a
schedule
little
for
bit of
today,
time
I
to
can
see
just
on the
tell
side
you
of
that
Deus Vult and Vexen.
Yawi,
But
oh,
also
Yawi,
a bit of
Yawi
control
just like
to
the
some of
stream.
team fights
Yawi
and-
just liked
and
our
maybe even
stream.
interrupt for
Thank you,
some of
Yawi.
the quick in and out
So
tactics that
this
we
is the
see
match between
HomeBois,
HomeBois and Deus
taking
Vult.
approach.
You
But I think
you all
HomeBois
know,
is kind of
and after
switching.
that there will
So
be
they're gonna
BURNxFLASH
need
versus
something
Flux Esports.
front lane
And the last match will
focus
be
right here,
between RCC
to
versus
take
the
on these
Flash.
Vults, 'cause you can already see they got the CC, they got the Brats, they got the Diggy. Like you're gonna have to fight through a lot.
Dude,
Ronald, thank you for the
thing
like.
that scares me about this is the fact that if you just look at Dave's Vult, like their lineup, and then you factor in the ultimate, the Eternal Guard of Vexana, and then you have like this big giant dinosaur as well in Barrett's. Like it's kind of, it seems like there's so much to work through if you're HomeBois, right? I mean, for the most part, and there's a lot of kind of CC that can be countered with a Diggy pick. So again, if you're HomeBois and they round it out with a Lapu Lapu, I think this is.
Thanks for the follow,
both
Mr.
lineups are
Trains.
very
Our
interesting
Trains.
here, G. I actually don't.
HomeBois 2-0.
I lean more towards Dave's
My
Vult
predict
lineup,
is
and not
HomeBois
because I predicted them to win
knew
2-1,
it.
right? I actually just like the fact that.
Oh, sorry,
you
sorry,
have
sorry.
some of these
Maybe
variations,
it's fine
the
over here.
Variations happening from especially early to mid game, like the spike that's going to happen here. I like that, you know, Aurora and Vexana and Nana, like they're part of this mid game meta again, like mid game picks, because it adds a certain dynamic to it. And you have to consider too, like the Eternal Guard alone is actually quite annoying to deal with, right? For a lot of these teams, especially when it comes to these objectives. So like you've got like a mini Lord to help you out. So with all that saying, we are going to be jumping into the Land of Dawn. Once again, game number 1 here, second match of the day, Deus Vult versus HomeBois into the playoffs for games of the future. One of the teams has to go home, and it starts here in game number 1, already getting the flicker out from Udil.
Yeah, and kind of just doing maybe some, like, focusing on some win conditions here for both sides, right? HomeBois, I like their approach. Like if they can't CC enough for on the side of Deus Vults, they can just bring all
it might
the
be
aggression
hard
they
for the
possibly
team
can
on
to the
boys.
playing field. And
I don't know, the
if they're
composition
able to
doesn't seem
capitalize on
that good
and
for them.
use their aggression
Deus Vult,
to
they
their
have CC as well. They
advantage,
have the
Deus
CC
Vults
immunity
could
as
be at
well.
a little bit of trouble, but I think again, Deus Vults has the safer team comp, right? Like they're thicker, they're just overall, you know, harder to kill, and they have the anti-CC. So I think Deus Vults has the better team fight, but I think HomeBois has the better advantage to control the map. Yeah, so
Professional mids player 18 though, okay. The zone is too toxic but it's strong. Yep, he just spams the recalls, right? He's a recall master.
HomeBois is able to secure the first blood.
Thanks for the like.
Huge plays by HomeBois at this point.
He's known for his recalls, right?
Definitely interesting takes from both sides. And we can kind of see that Deus Vult's going to clap back. Magic able to take out Zorn at this point. And now going to be invading on the side of HomeBois. This is a good take.
Oh, TV.
My God, what a torn apart memories on the Chibi there. Securing the kill.
Oh, they are even... Oh... They're even going for the invasion. DJF, welcome to the stream. Nepal ko match up no, Nepali छैनन् यो टुर्नामेन्टमा.
Good setups there. With that, how they're going to go ahead.
They already got 1700 leads.
Tempo
Again, Udil.
Udil once again. That Eternal Guard there, going to chase him down, keeping him from going back to the base a little bit longer.
Bot lane.
Bottom lane though, look at the focus there. They're going to land the Requiem, and Kid Bomba gets taken down bottom side.
Nice
one.
one.
A lot of cross-map action play happening.
Yeah, I mean, the aggression from both sides have been great. Does look like Deus Vults is definitely controlling a little bit more of the map and a little bit of that economic lead as well. Great flicker utilized or bait out by the side of Deus Vults.
Is there a Nepali team? No, there is no any Nepali team in this tournament.
Again, still 2-2. So, man, what is your take? It looks like they're about to possibly maybe gank the top lane, and I think that is where they need to start targeting.
I think
Super
again,
Fritz.
Deus Vult having this
Thanks for the
bit of
like.
a lead that they have, G, is great. They can work around it. Kills went into the fact too that Hiko was able to grab one of those early ones will help him scale up pretty well. I mean, that's what Brody does best. As he already picked up his first big item. You know, he's got the blade. Now the turtle's just seconds away from spawning here. You're gonna see both teams kind of hold off, wait for it, get in position the best they can. Magister there has quite a few stacks as well. Turtle comes up, and we'll see, right? We'll see if the finesse from Chibi can be pulled off here. That's kind of what has to happen. Jump in, going through. Not going to find the connection, though. Turtle's going to go ahead and reset for now, though. Zorn taking some poke damage, though.
Smith, sir, thank you for the like.
Goes in, step out, trying to keep him at base. Still going to be fighting for him. Jumping in.
Guard.
There's the Eternal Guard. Meanwhile, Turtle's still going to be worked on as well. Bottom lane gets the action. There's the pop-up. Turtle goes over to Chibi, though. And now still going to be working on it. Magister on the run. Kid Bomba there. Nobody
Nice
falls,
one, nice
but
one.
the objective is secured.
Yeah, but while all of that is going down, look at that top side. The pressure by Hiko.
Oh, don't apart memory.
Oh my
Real.
god.
Hiko does it again. G.
Oh my god. You know, Hiko's name's almost like Aiko, but spelled with an H, and I love it. I love it. The torn apart memory is just decimating HomeBois at this point. We can kind of take a look at some items, and I think the biggest pickup that we're seeing is the Blade of Hep there for the side of Hiko is just dominating, and I think that's where the economic lead is coming from. The lane swap's already happening, and I think that's going to be a hard fight for CPAT at this, as well as you can see Sao constantly with him, but a response here by HomeBois.
Yep, and right now, pressure on this bottom side, but good rotations all around for the most part. Hiko now also picking up the Malefica Roar. Hold on, Magister gonna get set up here. Multiple members gonna focus him down. Can't get away just yet. One hit though, and he gets away with sliver of health.
Nice
What a
uses of
play. Great job there
the
from
Titonas.
Sunset Lover to
Welcome.
be there for him.
Thanks for the like.
Yeah, and I that's just the amount
Oh,
of CC
Kagura
that
is here.
Deus
Welcome to
Vult
the
has.
stream.
And
Thanks for the
it's
like.
not a lot, but it's enough that allowed Magister to escape. And we can kind of see that is what HomeBois is lacking. They have a decent amount of damage, but I think
Hi,
that they
Sky.
have to
Thank for the
rely
like.
on Zorn, right? Utilizing that Violet Requiem is going to be
Thanks
the
for the
make it or
rose.
break it, and they use that to secure the turtle. So building upon that, HomeBois
Marvin,
has to
thank
keep
you.
that
Oh,
up,
Sawa is
keep that
getting
pressure up.
taken
my
down.
God.
That's where.
Bot with the damage. Hiko gonna be in trouble. Nice land from Zorn there. Able to get the kill under the turret.
Oh, that is a
Another
beautiful
falling
one.
for Deus
That's
Vult.
where
HomeBois
the Lapu
collapsing
Lapu is
back
good.
here, and now setting themselves up here for this turtle.
He can easily
Sunset
take
Lover
down
and
the Diggy
Magister
Diggy.
here. Down 2 members though. They're gonna want to stall this out the best they can. HomeBois though.
Diggy again falling. MC, thanks for the like, everyone. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Tournament बोल्दै थिएँ Nova over pick हुन्छ नि because they are perfect. I mean to like master the hero, and if one is master that hero, I mean in Nova, her burst, her damage is so high, and even हुन्छ नि हाम्रो कम्पिटिटिभमा त्यो भिजनहरु पनि एकदम क्रुसियल हुन्छ. Oh, Sephat. Oh, Hiko is still surviving.
The 1-for-1 trade still working for it. Zorn on the run.
Maybe there was no any fallback.
Able to catch him though. Deus Vult trying to fight back.
What engages right there? That is probably the longest.
What can I watch live
fight
besides
into
here? You can watch it in YouTube channel, official YouTube channel of Game of Future. Its name is Game of Future. Isn't it up my pick Nova? Oh, nice.
Oh, man.
Phantom execution.
Okay. You can
finally got taken down.
Right? And they gotta kind of keep it a check.
Pussysहरु चाहिँ गर्न
HomeBois,
बबाल
though,
हुन्छ
the fact
Novaria.
that they were able to even out the gold for the most
One of
part
the
with
thing,
those
one of the
plays
main
that
thing
they just
भनेको
made
vision भयो
is
अनि
great, right? Considering how the
एक
early
से
game
like
went,
most of
and
these
there
त्यो
was
second
some
skill लाग्छ
really
क्या
good scaling
professional
for
players
Hiko.
हरुको
Well,
because
now
they are
that's
already
not the case here,
हुन्छ
Jake.
नि perfect.
No,
Nova
I
and
mean,
Ria.
that goes to show that
अनि damage
HomeBois
त्यतिको भयो भने
really
poke
have
गर्न
to
सक्यो भने
rely
it's
on Zorn.
more than enough. And they
I
play
think also
strategically.
not only that, that HomeBois are really utilizing the map to their advantage. It's like a chess play at this point. We are seeing so many of HomeBois just patiently waiting in a bush.
Win of nature बनाउँदै छ क्या ब्रोडीले. Maybe he's going for win of nature.
Now, from the side of Deus Vaults, they have to figure it, like, they see that. They're getting caught off guard, left, right, up, down. They got to keep that in check. And I think that comes into play that when the mid game approaches here, HomeBois might have a little bit of the advantage.
I slept well.
But also Deus Vaults, right? They're going to be coming online. I think
मलाई नि खेल्न मन लाग्यो. टुर्नामेन्ट खेल्नु न अनि वुमेन्स टुर्नामेन्ट आउँदैछ त ISF बाट.
Could fall off into the late game.
The ISF tournament for female is also being held, so you may just prepare for that. You make a team, take part and be the Kid Bomba.
Gonna be able to find the knock-up here. Kid Bomba gonna be in trouble here.
He's still alive. Udil, one shot. But maybe it will not be enough even if it
Not
hits.
gonna be able to connect anything here. Lord's now up though. Both teams gonna be working on it. Eternal Guard coming down, crashing
Another
down, gets the flicker.
pick.
Zorn still on the fight back for Sunset Lover.
उडीले कसरी
Meanwhile,
त्यत्रो
Deus
damage
Vult
खायो?
working on this Lord. Sapat goes in, Chibi trying to
CV.
get the He gets the Lord.
Oh, on a bad
Takes
memory,
it
Hiko.
from under their noses,
Maybe that's
and with that,
another kill.
Deus Vult strikes some kills, but they lose the Lord to HomeBois.
Yeah, and one of the key plays to point out there is that Magister tried to utilize the Daytona welcome on to
सरले नि टुर्नामेन्ट गर्छु भन्नु भएको थियो कहिले हुन्छ गर्नै मन छैन हो Oh, nice pick, beautiful pick that was. Magister so low, gonna get taken down. Yep, obviously. Sphere didn't connect.
Still working for 2 down. Deus Vult resources for the taking. Lord on the top side.
Magister is NA. Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, there's 2 down on Deus Vult. Full Lord kind of barreling down. I think HomeBois at this point are going to be... This is a good Lord for them. Allows even...
Yep, CV's retribution is good. I saw it during M5.
This Lord to clean up the map and essentially...
Marit? What is the meaning of Marit?
Going to have a hard time now, right? Because they're not going to have the escapability that HomeBois has. And it's just... It's crazy to see that HomeBois' aggression. They're just breaking apart Deus Vult's just tactical plays here, and I think they're taking advantage of the mistakes.
What is the meaning of that?
Deus Vults are making.
What does that mean?
Too, because for HomeBois, they were able to get this lead that they needed. They have the space to work around with. Deus
Look
Vult,
at
though,
that
they have to
zone.
be able to find their own pickoffs, right? They have to be able to utilize what they've done so far, and they could be doing it right here.
Lost in Rachel Battle is called a merit. Oh, thank you for the info. Oh,
Oh,
Flicker, Hiko! He's playing so aggressively.
Good BMI on the defensive earlier. Now
Don't know about memory, but oh, TV is out of range.
3
stuns?
Chasing him down, trying to get the kill. He gets it on Sunset Lover. Still going for more. They have to respect the damage from Deus Vult. But what a battle here in the mid lane.
Yeah, and look, they're about to...
Oh, he's getting melted down.
Oh,
oh.
Still gonna be in trouble. Kid Bomba regens it back, gets the kill. But look at the mid lane. He goes the one to fall. Sapat again is insane on this Lapu Lapu. Tanks some damage, eventually goes down. Double for Kid Bomba.
Both of the teams were so aggressive in M5 as well, and in this tournament as well, they are so aggressive.
3 goes down, and then they can consistently keep up the battle. And again, I think that's that 50-50 mark, and it's just the nasty.
Welcome to this stream.
It could be anybody's game at this
Green
point.
port.
We are seeing Deus Vult's kind of coming online now. Their damage is starting to scale up into this mid game, and just the burst that HomeBois brought into the early stage isn't there.
He's already with full set. Maybe he will switch that leg plates.
Has everything built already. So I feel like that's going to be a key factor there. Oh my, the back door.
The back door. They're going
Oh,
for
2
it.
other
This is
peoples.
exactly what I was talking about. The nothing but nets play. But he's also alongside
SB,
one
look
more
at
as they
that
push
team.
into the
I
base. They
mean,
have to deal with it. Deus
the
Vult,
strategy.
they
2 of the
can't
players
get
are
them to work right now.
pressurizing
The pressure's too much.
base, and 3 of the players are just going for the Lord.
Lord's gonna reset though. The pressure already put on.
Oh, Lord
HomeBois
didn't reset.
regrouping here. Still working on it, holding the Lord under the half health mark, 1/4.
Oh, Detona's welcome Sepat.
Detona's welcome to the wall. Will get taken out.
Severe
Now still gonna be
retribution,
out and
nice.
out. Chibi gets the Lord. Oh, it all breaks through. Hiko trying with the torn apart memory. Udil still able to
Udil
survive.
with that
Looking
lowest
shots,
AC
though.
possible is
The damage
hitting.
from Novaria. Able to get 2 down of Deus. Vult, they lose the Lord as well. They're on the defense once again.
I gotta say, right now, HomeBois' retry game is on point, right? It's just HomeBois, they're securing a lot of the neutral objectives. Second Lord going into their favor. Deus Vult has to respond to this, you know. In the beginning, I suspected that Deus Volt's comp was a little bit better, but it goes to
Don't
show
forget to
that
like the
HomeBois
stream,
is
guys.
bringing that
It's
aggression left and right.
HomeBois' game.
Lord now barreling down, full HP on the left side. Can they mount up a defense here? I don't think HomeBois can take it here, but we'll see.
We'll see. They're going to have to deal with this. Lord making quick work of it, so still holding on the best they can. Right now, HomeBois, though, waiting for the next waves to push in. They want to get this mid and bottom turret down. Poke damage is going to be there. Still holding it together. Eternal Guard also playing that front side.
Nets Esports.
And right now, Deus Vult keeping these 2 turrets in the base.
It's good. This is the
They were good
defense that
before
Deus
Nets
Vult
as well, right?
needs. And I think they're essentially going back to the drawing board in game at this point. They need to find and
Thanks
take
for the
control
follow,
of
Mr.
the
Morningstar.
map. River
Don't forget to
control
like the
is gonna
stream.
be a key factor here. You were saying it earlier, Naisu, is that I think that they really need to get a pick, right? And a key pick.
Thank you,
as
Mr.
Nets
Izzy.
is 2, 0, and 4 hasn't been stopped just yet, and I feel like that is the winning factor for HomeBois. Now, also, the Bratz is having a hard time getting his stacks. Look at the little dino on the field. He is just so tiny, and I think that's kind of playing into a factor on the Deus Volts, is that not having their jungle, not having control of the map is it's rough.
It's rough. And
Thanks
that's
for the
what we
like,
were
Mr.
talking about in the
Zone.
draft here, G.
Mr. Maybe it's me.
The tempo that was going to be
Alakshan
set for
Striporin,
that early game.
as well
Deus
as
Vult did have
Mr.
that little bit of
Morningstar.
lead. And HomeBois,
Come back.
Wow, look at that.
No, not this,
Nets
not in this game, I
playing,
guess.
very risky here, but we'll be fine. But again, tempo, and like you
They're
said,
already
Chibi's been
outscaled
on point
at
with a
this
lot of
moment.
retribution so far.
I don't think they
Controlling
have
zone.
that good
This is what we were talking about as well.
damage
Potential
and.
here. He's gonna get spotted out with
But yep, they
Kimbomba.
have the
Not sure
nice
if they actually
team
just
fight
continue
composition,
to
but it's
commit.
still
They don't. He's back
the strategical
to
play
safety.
from
All this, the
the
push and
HomeBois.
pull, 30
It's
seconds away from the Lord.
it's so good.
Yeah. And
They
again,
are
I mean,
just
you kind of
forcing
look
the
at
fight
Claude full build,
all over the map.
Brody missing
Thanks
one
for the like,
item, but
everyone,
almost
Mr.
at
Mike,
the
and everyone
damage
who liked the
point.
stream.
Now, the biggest difference is that we are seeing both
Maybe they will probably go for the split push, the backdoor push.
and HomeBois controlling the map.
I'm smelling it.
I think this is the
But
hardest
yep,
part that Deus Vult is
obviously
fighting
Deus Vult
against,
is
that they're just
well aware
they're
about
trying to
that,
take what they can,
but it's
if
still
they
maybe
walk
they
into a
cannot
bad
do anything
position,
about
it could make it
it.
or break it for them. HomeBois are trying to trap them into
Thanks for
that,
the like,
and
Mr.
you can already
Zaymark.
see here.
Yeah, right now, once again, the fight for the Lord, half health here. Both
Mr. Chestnut
teams
rules. Thanks for the like.
waiting patiently. Chibi on point for the majority of the game. It's going to go ahead and reset.
No one is going for the
Nothing
split
just
push.
yet.
There are
Soft reset for now, still
in
pulls
fact
it out
some
of the
few
pit.
minion waves they can go
Deus
for the
Vult
split.
has to be careful how they approach it. Look at the pressure though already in the mid lane.
Killbomba
Zorn
haven't
finding the
picked up,
knockdown.
but no
Kimbomba
enough
takes a couple
damage.
shots. Nets has to back off though.
Oh, Nets!
Clever on the hunt.
Immortality
Does have
popped
more
up.
damage.
Maybe they are
They have
going
to fight
full.
this out.
Oh,
Still
but
gonna be
then.
going. Look at the damage though. Chibi comes through. Finds
Oh,
the
Hiko
execution, gets the
bursted
double.
down.
Hiko finds more. Still working. Sunset Lover's going to be down 3 down.
If that's the strategy of them, they are just splitting the team of Deus Vult because they are not that good with the team fight composition in this game, and they did it. They did it so well. That was smooth. That's just tearing apart the members from the team Deus Vult.
Wow, that was crazy. HomeBois being able to take game 1. Deus Vult pushed back against the wall there. Wow. My God. I again, Rock'em Sock'em Robot match. You didn't know who was hitting who.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots, or whatever you want to call it, man. That was an ending, G. That was an ending to game one, man. That was finesse.
It was the most intense. Whew. Most intense for sure. You never, again, it was like 50-50 for both sides. You never knew. You can kind of see Deus Vults. They're in their
Opulence, yep.
Like,
nice.
What a game.
That is overall team fight,
again,
by the way.
Vults,
They were just covering all angles.
But the retries just weren't there. And then HomeBois bring in an aggression that I don't think I've seen in this tournament.
My goodness.
He's like,
that ending was great, man.
Sweating.
Yeah, not only that, but like the retries were on point. But I love the call that they had there at the end. You know, and as we take a look at the highlights here for this game, you're going to see exactly what we were talking about. That was already 7 minutes in, but tempo-wise, you know, it was very back and forth early on, but HomeBois just did a great job at punishing Hiko, who was scaling really well early on with the Brody. And then it turned into a lot of this just...
Yep, Woodil caused that. He was about to die, but
I'm telling you, they were both punching.
He survived because of that blaze into it.
And I think Deus Vults might have had a little bit of tunnel vision, right? Because they were winning in the early, the gold lane already securing the tower within the very first couple of minutes of the match.
Bang bang.
And then they swapped lanes, and HomeBois just took advantage of that, and they left the breathing room when we seen Magister make the mistake and missing the Daytona's welcome onto the Lancelot. And I think the Lance just came into play, right? It was just a huge play. Bratz wasn't able to do anything. Deus Vults lacking a lot of CC, right? They didn't have any control besides Sunset Lever, and I think that just fell into the hands of HomeBois, and their aggression was on point. It kind of seemed like everybody was kind of split apart. Fights happening on the left when the Lord was supposed to be the major objective, and HomeBois coming out on top.
Yeah, again, you can see them really celebrate that win, because that ending was just all around, you know, every single lane that you saw there, every corner covered, nets. Man, this is
thank you for the like. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Don't forget to like the stream.
You saw it early on. It wasn't a game-winning push, but
thanks for the follow.
Side lanes, especially if he's a quad.
Zin Kireisu.
It's either quad or Bruno. It's dangerous, G. You know, and that's kind of what we saw here. And if it wasn't controlled, then that could have actually been a game-winning push before we even got to that amazing ending here.
Yeah, and that was the wild part as HomeBois. They, again, I think what really came to be a major factor here is that they were forcing Deus Vults to make decisions, right? And then those decisions were becoming mistakes by Deus Vult, and HomeBois just taking major advantage of those. And I think it just comes down to the versatility that HomeBois brought to the field, you know, like
Mlbb.
The two push up there at the top lane almost could have been a backdoor, forcing Deus Vults to make that decision that they had to leave the Lord, leave the looking at some of these stats here, we can see that again,
he didn't got taken down. He dealt decent amount of damage, as well as push. Yep, he did a lot of push.
Decent amount of pressure to HomeBois as well, but I think they were kind of keeping him at bay, while HomeBois were taking advantage in different areas of the Land of Dawn there.
Yeah, and it's crazy too, because when we were talking
it's
about
between BURNxFLASH versus Flux Esports, Fire Flux Esports.
The Diggy pick, very signature for Sao, but he struggled on it, you know, like he
Fire isn't
kind of like what we saw from the first series of the day with Morrow on the first time on the Ruby, right? Like it was tough for him to do what he needed to do with the Diggy pick, and a lot of the times when we were talking about how to play into that, I think the fact that it was solved where a lot of times they were able to put the pressure from, you know, HomeBois was able to put the pressure. They got, if it was an early times journey, they were able to get it out early, deal with it. We saw how well still Novaria fits into this current meta that we're seeing kind of shift a little bit, right? Like the damage is crazy still. I mean, not only that, but the vision to play around that is very great for this. And also, you gotta have a respect for Chibi, because the Lancelot is not I mean, it's not one of those heroes that a lot of teams want to play in the way things are currently. Like, there are specific players that still like to go with that Lancelot pick. And it takes that certain type of player to really pull it off. And to even be patient enough to play against, you know, some of these tankier junglers, if you will, or the way that they play around that.
I guess we'll again play some few matches, if you don't mind.
You know,
I hit these two. They're good casters, by the way. I should be the one who, I mean, you know, I should be listening to them to learn how to, you know, how to engage viewers on those long breaks. But I'm just ignoring them. Magic is better than I know, sir. Hello, Venom sir, welcome to the stream. Rank का भ्याउ छ र? Just एउटा गेम त सक्यो भर्खरै. सेकेन्ड रस भन्दैछ? हैन है हैन. बोलिराख्नु पर्छ नि त कास्टर भएर. That is why. Susan sir, welcome to the stream. Sabli jite malai. के भयो त नि? I'm not good with Gusion. Should I go with Gusion? Elderson काम छैन.
They call me a hero because I saved my nation from falling apart.
कुनै राममा 100 वटा आयो भइहाल्यो नि. एल्डर्स लिएछ. पिडे खाइन्छ त नि अब त हामीले त उता त सबै. They have a lot of AoE damage.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! Five seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
My reputation is built on bravery and loyalty. Only by facing the enemy does one know his true strength.
First blood!
True warrior never backs down from a fight. Rain down the fire!
सकिन मैले.
Launch attack!
You can predict the enemy's move. You won't.
मरेन त्यो ला She had passive. Oh my god.
A good army
My bad,
should
my
be
bad.
flexible, like water.
Has been slain.
Our victory will be decisive. Duty, honor, and homeland. I go wherever the wind blows. A good army should be flexible, like water. If you can predict you won't be defeated.
Double kill. Ally has been launched. Attack. Triple kill. Enemy.
Duty, honor, and homeland.
Monster kill.
A true warrior never backs down from a fight.
सुजनले खेलेको हिरोको नाम के हो? हो यही हो.
Down the fire. My reputation is built on my bravery
Ally has
and
been
loyalty.
slain.
आमामामामा कसरी दिएको हो यसले मलाई यहाँ चाहिँ.
To see.
I play Musashi mainly.
Ally has been slain.
Musashi भनेको कस्तो ल्यान्सलट सिङ 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 हान्ने.
Our turret is under attack. An enemy has been slain.
ए ओइ ड्राफ्ट पुगिसकेछ त.
Launch attack.
Stay loyal. Stay. Only by facing the enemy can one know his true self. I go wherever the wind blows. Rain down the fire!
Slain. Launch attack. Has been slain. Double kill. Double kill. Launch attack.
Our victory will be decisive. My reputation is built on my bravery and
Launch
loyalty.
attack. Your team destroyed the turret.
If you can predict the enemy's move, you won't be defeated.
An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain.
A good army should be flexible, like water.
Ally has been slain.
Our victory will be decisive. Will be death for a true.
ए सक्ने बेला भयो त हो. लुका नम्बर 7. लुका हैन हो. को थियो त्यो. Luban number 7. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. It is you. Marco Polo is Khatra MM. Luban number 7 is OP.
I go wherever the wind takes me. Only by facing the enemy can one know his true self.
Cancel the
Bring down the fire! Duty, honor, and homework. To see.
लु 1 नम्बर 7 भन्ने उयो हो मार्क्सम्यान हो ड्रागन वालको नाम के हो ड्रागन I don't know Okay, we are back again.
Oh, the CC.
There it is.
All right.
Yep.
All right. It definitely wasn't
what I
bad
said.
in the last game.
Yeah, it wasn't, right? I mean, if it's open, you accomplish what you wanted to do in terms of Kid Bomba individually, and I think you might as well pick it up. And then you also now have the Valentina. This kind of, again, it allows you to... This is, by the way, also like a great pick for Sunset Lover in general because he had great performances on this even last year. So with that, it's like you kind of force HomeBois in this situation. This is why I always like Valentina.
Okay, Diki यो पालि ban हानेछन् त Okay, they banned out the Diki for this match because they were forced out. They were forced to pick Lapu Lapu, and Lapu Lapu did well.
And you'll see
In fact,
some
on that
teams
game,
actually play around that to the point where they draft, and then when they're actually in the game, they purposely keep those ultimates away with positioning, right, to the Valentina. Like, they make it very difficult to get there.
oh, Harith was open.
And interestingly enough, from HomeBois, we're going to see Harith, who is banned out constantly, by the way. And then, of course, we have the Aurora popping up.
That I was thinking about it during the first ban phase.
There's a whole lot of magic damage, by the way.
It is a whole lot of magic damage, but I think sometimes it could be the key. It could be the key, right? Because the
Lela with red hair can I mean
maybe the Bruno
and CC's got the ultimate of
again,
God.
HomeBois looking like they're going for a little bit of a squishier approach again, but from the
Okay,
side of
Bruno
Vult,
against
we
Harith.
still don't see CC. We still don't see control, and I think that's something we need to see from them.
Maybe we can
HomeBois looking to
see
just
the
be
Lapu
so
Lapu ban or
aggressive.
maybe
They're ready to
okay, Ruby is
and
open. Ruby ban
I
हुन
like the
सक्छ.
Aurora. It gives you that control. They've already have 2 crowd controls right there. You got the Guinevere, the Requiem, you got the Glacier, and then you're also going to have the sustainability.
Ruby would be
behind
good
there,
for HomeBois
right?
because
And
they can negate
sometimes
the
that can force
CC,
teams
which
to
will be good
build
against
anti-
Harith,
Magic,
as well as
and,
they
lean
can
on
have
these other
good
2 physical
CC
heroes.
as well
So
with them.
I kinda wanna
Nep,
see
good.
what HomeBois
Ruby is popular.
picks in their
नेपाली
jungle,
टिम निसा नो
and
छैन सेना
if
सागर सर
they're
नवीन
what
दाजु
the
धेरै
EX
धेरै धन्यवाद
could possibly be.
Thanks
We
for
do
the
see
follow
some
Minx
bans
Sports
coming out.
Hub.
Getting rid of the Thamus could be a good frontal aspect
जुलियन
for
वालाको
HomeBois,
नेम नै
and
बिर्सियो
could
तर
be
लास्ट पावर
pain for, the CC to
लाग्यो
fight.
जुलियन
And I
त्यस्तो
think
खालको नि
that's
छ
ultimately why they banned that. And then the Tigreal, I like it. I like the ban.
I like it. Every time I see the Tigreal now, I just think of the KDA machine.
maybe they are going
The
for
five-man
Guinevere Rome
tag,
again
like,
because
you
they
know,
even
now
banned
I see
out
that
the
and I
Digi as
was
well,
watching that, like,
and now they are banning some
cool, it's
CC
worth it to take out the Tigreal. I mean, it's one of those
CC I
things where
mean
it's like,
roamers,
you
so
see some
maybe
amazing,
they are
set
flexing that
potentials,
Guinevere
obviously, with
to
it, even
the
if
roam
it's not a five-man
lane.
set, like,
So
it's
maybe they
still
will go
very
for
big
experience
threat.
ban. Like Arlott
And
is
I'm also
still
kind of
open.
wondering exactly what do we see HomeBois do with these first 3 picks that they have.
Oh, they
Because
went
it
for
adds a lot of
Lapu
magic
Lapu.
damage, that's true. And you want to kind of even this damage distribution out, so you kind of that leads you to the table of
Yep.
yeah, what do we pick up? for that,
CC
right?
ले
What
उयो
do we-
पाएको
how do we
छ
deal with that? I think
and
James
Radiant
Bolt on the other hand, they're thinking that too,
Radiant
they're
nerfले
focusing on some of
गर्दाखेरि
those XP picks. They could've
Nade
popped
and
up
Harithहरूले
Lapu Lapu
buff
has
पाएको
been
indirectly.
shining for months now.
CC
you
is
know,
powerful
like,
in
it's
roam.
XP, a very
She's good in
playmaker-heavy
XP
hero.
lane.
Now that that's taken out, the Thamus was taken out as well. You know, what do we see possibly going in the XP lane?
Yeah, I mean, right now.
I don't think CC could do so much in roam because to be a good roamer, the one must have some CC or some supporting capability. But there is nothing for with CC to be on that lane. So yep, CC. I don't think C is a good roamer, but yep, C is good with XP lane.
So
yeah, I mean he's been banned out I think he's been banned out once or twice today so far.
He was banned out all in the first series. That is correct. That is true. So that's why we didn't see him there, but we're not seeing him here. So Arlot could be that. The final slash is what I think Deus Vult would definitely need to utilize. That's some solid CC.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
CC can dominate XP lane pretty good. Yep.
It's a good counter.
Get it. Yep.
That's a good counter to the Harris like sustainability.
What's your favorite hero? Who can Harith?
I mean, for all three of those, like technically, even for the
HomeBois have already picked my signature hero.
It's a smart pick from Deus Vult.
Sorum is quite a broken. Yep, kind of. And XP so is not good at the moment.
They're gonna have that available to them. And realistically, like I said, you really want to just allow Hiko to farm up. Like, here on this Bruno. Focus on opening up the map.
Who is your bait team in ZOF now?
There's the Benedetto.
So if it's Onyx.
We're talking about physical damage.
Nana, yep, Nana is quite powerful right now, but
wow, it's been a while.
She's got
that's a lot of
nerf recently.
Maybe they're relying on the Benedetto.
But it's still she seems powerful. She's got that, you know, the magic defense reduction thing on her false skill. Maybe that's the thing that makes Nana powerful, not the passive speed, which I mean the passive speed was decreased on these pads, but it's still that's not the.
There you go.
Who are you? Support BURNxFLASH or Flux? It's BURNxFLASH for me.
I think as long I'm a firm believer.
I'm gonna support you know.
We saw Layla recently. Like I'm a firm believer in these teams can make anything.
Then because because they are the one who beat Nepal in ISF. I think Black Lace International versus Onyx is in same finals.
I think too, if you're talking about it like Boxer,
could be.
That's one of the great things about Boxer is like your.
Because I don't think any anything can any team can you know.
Putting pressure, maybe it's even in the mid lane.
But wait, let me check the bracket for now. So yeah, Blacklist International and Onyx Indonesia will get matched up if they both of the team got to win. Yes. There's highest probability of them to win the quarterfinals, so maybe they will meet. They'll most probably meet in semifinals. Thanks for the follow, Main.
Once again, HomeBois against Deus Vult. One of these teams will be going home today. Can Deus Vult extend the series?
For Filipinos.
Game number 3, holding on to the tournament lives as they get us situated.
They are Cambodian team, right? But there are 4 Filipino teams. Nice. Good to hear that.
Wow, it looks like Solo and maybe Sunset Lever in the intro died.
Miko, you was from SMG, right?
I guess that could be the early aggressions between the Aurora and
I'm
the
not sure.
Combo.
I guess so.
That's something you don't see very often.
Because the Petrify was down too. So
yeah,
you know, as I was waiting to load in, action happened, man. So you know, the Petrify was utilized.
2 kills already. When? What's before it got switched?
Man, because kills in that department on those
What's
heroes
happened?
is deadly. And with that, they're going to go ahead and put a little bit of pressure.
Who
here
got
in the mid lane.
kill?
Zoran,
Sepat and Will. Nice one. Okay, so they are getting early lead on this game. The game number 1.
And again,
In the game number 1, Deus Vult was on
on
the lead during these first 3 minutes, but in the mid game it was ups and downs. There was ups and downs, but later on, the HomeBois, they won the game. Summon Force, Hiko escaped at the moment, trying to deny the lane.
But look at this damage, my god.
Yeah, you got to be able to respect damage this early on. This is kind of what we were talking about, where the overloaded magic damage potential early game, it's so far quite deadly, and that's the best start that they could have so far. Turtle's still going to go through these resets. Sunset Lever holding on to this ultimate for now. With that Edith there, still Kid Bomba going to be the focus, using the Vengeance already. Still
no
wants
freeze.
to fight it out. Jumping in with the electro final blow, looking for the target.
CV low.
Goes in, Setbot's going to fall. Now Chibi's going to be the next one. Still
Wow,
battling it out.
Angela
Now
and Basha is
back here. Deus
on.
Vult, looking
I
for
mean,
a couple kills
it's
themselves.
unmeltable, bro. 4th kill. No, they didn't commit completely. They could have got that kill, but yep, they had some, you know, drawbacks on the first 2 minutes, so they just ended that battle over there. They went for Sepath. He grabbed the turtle in as well as 1 kill, bro. This.
I'm speechless. The turtle stolen by HomeBois CPAT. That is, there's just.
Bro, that's insane.
What, Magister? What happened? Where'd your retry go?
Maybe, you know, he just wasn't expecting it. I don't know, but that's a
He wasn't even. He didn't even have Petrify. He just did it with his skills, only skills.
They definitely have finding them early on. Still, once again, they have to deal with the early damage potential, magic damage. You can already see too. Big items being picked up here. They got the Starlium Scythe already on nets. He's got that available to him. You pair it up the fact that Udil picked up the Genius Wand, so it's a little troublesome in terms of now we even have to deal with
Aggressive, yeah. Both of the teams are so aggressive, by the way. HomeBois, they were also known as one of the aggressive teams. Summon Force.
Still gonna be working on it. There's the Glacier. Udil going to be the one in trouble, though. Sapan on the backside goes in with a collectible final blow. Going to be able to find Magister. He's on the fall. Sawo as well. Deus Vult biting off a little too much there.
Last, the game is so aggressive.
Escape with 1 HP. Udil just nasty, right? They have to watch out for that. Kind of taking a look at some of the items. When you see the Hawes Claws being picked up by the Bruno at this point, and I think that the sustainability that they need. CC picking up the brute force early on. It doesn't seem like they're too worried about magic damage yet, as well as you know, boots haven't been completed yet. But the pressure.
Last shot.
Hiko gonna be in trouble. That's the power of this Harif pick, and why we see it banned out so often. Also an early Starlium Scythe locked in on the item. Sao gonna be in trouble now. 3 members here on the top side.
Purify.
Out of it.
Even Purify didn't help him.
Here as well. Sunset Lover and Magister trying to hold down the turret. Turtle now up though. HomeBois.
You know, picking Edith on this situation was so good.
4,000 ahead here against Deus Vult.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to be getting into
They would have probably gone for the Purify because of the Udil.
Udil gonna be in trouble. Has the passive available though, but won't be able to get out.
There was so high probability of picking up that Purify because of the Guinevere, and they went for Edith because, you know, she has a lot of 10 CC. Chibi, and that Edith is so good to, you know, trigger the Purify of the opponents.
They find Kid Bomba in the brush.
This is just speechless right now. HomeBois executing everything perfectly. And
Zone Force again, Nico.
Clash.
Oh.
Hiko can't withstand the damage. The Glacier going to come down. Won't be able to find Sunset Lover. Meanwhile, Magister now trying to get away from this. Gets the Heart Guard. Still going to be going. Chibi jumps in. stops them from going, but they're not going to get more. So Pot with a big item pickup.
That
as well.
Enzalai skin has big
Yeah, and
skill
I mean,
one
it
range.
looks like HomeBois going to take possibly this mid turret. They're zoning them out.
Is it
HomeBois have to
Prog?
keep this snowball
Sunset
up.
Lover, Primal Wrath.
Oh, this could be. They still get the
Oh,
turret. They're gonna be
nice
happy with
pick
that.
again.
Chibi still wants to be able to fight though. Sunset Lover. The damage is too much to deal with. Now Sapat here against Magister. Does he want to go for the kill? Gonna jump in. Still goes for it. Has to use the retry to get away. Will be fine. HomeBois though, pushing on the gas here.
I mean, they are definitely pushing Deus Vaults against the wall. Deus Vaults at this point really need to kind of step back, and I don't know what could possibly be stopping them from missing the retry.
Oh, the aggression.
Even with
my
the vengeance,
God.
it doesn't matter, G.
It does.
It
And
doesn't
look at
matter.
this.
Chibi still wants more. Magister the target. The rest of the team going to try to help him out. Hard guard going to come through. Still going to be fighting. There's the Glacier coming down, even with it all. He will be fine. The fight for the resources, though, Chibi knows it. They already got the hard guard dealt with.
That's good, by the way.
Still under the
You
pressure
know,
once
the
again on this
DPS
side of the map.
marksman, normal
Deus
DPS
Vault
marksman
defending
would
as well.
would
Picked up
suffer
for Udyr.
against
If there
that
wasn't enough magic damage,
against that
it's even more
vengeance
deadly
of
now.
CC.
It
But
is,
it
and they're already
it
zoning
wouldn't
out
matter
to the
again
first
for
floor. HomeBois
Harith.
controlling a bit of the map. Oh my
That's
God,
Genius.
CPAT into the top lane, taking
I
out
mean, it matters, but not
Tycho.
so much like other
Still gonna be
DPS
going. Once again,
marksmen.
Magister, the flicker from Zorn, looking for more though. The pressure is
He's
there.
out of-
Sunset
he's out of,
Lover gonna be in
mana.
trouble. 3 members are gone. Make it 4 for Deus Vault. It's only Sao. This is dire.
Be back.
For
Welcome to
Deus
the
Vault,
stream
as HomeBois now
again.
makes
Welcome
the
back.
way for the Lord. First one of the game, and Sapat will continue to push the top side.
Just yep, Gwynny.
You
She's
said
so
risky,
flexible.
we got risky.
I was thinking she's
Not
gonna
only did
go
we get
for the
risky,
room, but
we
then
got
they flex it
major
after
aggression by HomeBois. The
after
snowball
some
effect
picks.
is engaged, and we can see Deus Vaults. They need to find a response. They keep going in and testing HomeBois, and they're again. I think it's going to come back to that. They're going to have to mount up a great defense. They do have the ability to do that, right? Kid Bomba, though, being farmed up alongside Magister. Mid-game coming in, we could see a little bit of a scaling happening by Deus Vaults as they are securing a bit of the magic resistance that they need against this magic heavy team that HomeBois has. Lord kind of rumbling down in the land of Dawn. How is Deus Vaults going to respond to such an aggressive
Electro
attack?
final blow. Oh, Petrify.
Tough for them to
Shaw
deal with.
alone
Look at
HP.
that side.
But
Sapat
oh,
got chopped
Sipath
in.
got taken down.
Got a little aggressive there. Ends up falling.
That
One
was
versus
for
3.
nothing.
Was trying to just put the pressure. Still, Lord going to be making its way top side right now. Deus Vault.
Because of
Full
that,
force,
they will not
5
be able
man.
to.
Gonna
I mean,
try to defend this.
get some
Still, these
turrets.
boys actually want to continue.
He was too
That's
early,
the
by the way.
situation here. It looks like they won't.
Maybe at
And
this
even though
time,
Sapat
it
wins
would have
now,
been
they still
best.
got a little more space to work
to
with
create
around
the
map
pressure.
based off that first Lord push, but ultimately not able to get any more damage on these base turrets.
I like this, right? HomeBois not forgetting that they didn't get the tunnel vision. This is what we see from a lot of teams, is that when that first Lord is secured, and again, I mean, CPAT had a little bit of tunnel vision there and did go a little bit too deep and paid for it. But again, the whole team didn't get tunnel vision. We do see a little bit of a resource fight here. All of Deus Vaults here.
Oh,
Use
two
that
main
like the final
pickup.
blow once again. Sapat trying to focus down Sunset Lover. We'll be able to get him. Hiko falls as well. 2 down for Deus Vault. Still going to be fighting Magister, trying to get out from Nets. Still alive.
Speed, welcome to
though.
the stream.
Quite tanky himself. Kid Bomba, the next target. 3 members of Deus Vault hold on the force from HomeBois. Knocking on the base now. Mid turret going to be focused. It falls. Now the top side, the focus for HomeBois. Will eventually get this as well. Deus Vault.
Such why
Couple more
you could live
seconds, their full
B7
team will be
and
back
join
here.
T2K.
But Lord up in
B7?
30.
That was
Pushing
just
Deus
their
Vault to
you know,
lead
name
their team.
holder
They're almost
at the
9,000
moment,
behind.
because they wanted to participate in Otaku Jatra, I guess. Maybe they were already forming the team. And for the tournament, they maybe name their team as Brizado Canyon, and now they are acquired by T2K. I don't think it's like he left the Brizado Canyon. It was his team, and I think it was temporary team, and after getting hired or acquired, he went to T2K with some of his teammates. Maybe that's the case, I guess. What's your favorite team in Nepal? It is has to be decided. It used to be 4Medical Esports, but now it seems like the competition is knocking.
Hope for a decent play, maybe Sunset Lover.
There will be this season will be interesting. It will be quite interesting. There are 3 great teams in Nepal currently: 4Medical Esports, T2K Esports, as well as SFH Esports. T2K Esports full form. La T2K ka tha chaina, Train to Kill. It's PUBG Mobile. I mean, it was PUBG Mobile team, and now they also have the lineup for Mobile Legends.
So Deus, Vult, how do they pull this through? Once again, lanes are synced.
It's Train to Kill. It's the same team from PUBG Mobile. ओइ हेर त कस्तो खतरा ब्याकलाइन उयो दिएको सेपातले. The sponsor, and he got taken down as well. Nice fun, triple kill for Nets. GG. Bro, that Sepat deserves to be MVP.
HomeBois showing complete aggression and complete control over that whole game.
His pressure is next level on next level.
We've seen it was a 50-50 in the first round.
I forgot.
They showed that they brought that to
Deus in back foot.
And I mean,
yeah, he with his own squad. Yep, it's his own squad. He didn't left his squad. He just named his team as Brizado Cannon for one of the tournament.
Yeah, it's a very clean performance, like from game 1 to game 2.
What a game is this? Yep.
On the previous series, man.
The best team formed.
It's very very.
Yep, in fact, there are some imports from India. I heard, and I'm also hearing some rumors that they are so good.
Have that kind of loss here, of course, even on the stage, and they're here in very familiar territory, and it's tough to see that, because really when you talk about this matchup, the fact that they played against each other in M5, and how that was, it's tough to see, like,
it's getting dark over there. Even in animated,
what do you take from this? As we take a look
venue.
at highlights here,
What do we say
that?
that?
Lineup is a very unique lineup from HomeBois, by the way. Like, this is not something that you would see every game. It's one of those, like, I would say almost a niche lineup where it's like it's very magic damage department heavy. And not only that, but you're thinking, we're just going for all the damage. We also pick up the Benedetta.
Yep, they had 4 magic damage heroes.
Dealer in there, and it makes for some crazy.
M6 MSC पछि अधिक grow हुन्छ होला MLB community.
Yeah, and
yep, I hope so.
Executed by HomeBois, and I think Deus Vaults, I'm not quite sure what they wanted to achieve. They pulled out the the Angela combo to hope to sustain against a heavy comp as HomeBois, and they even confidently
I've also heard that thing. There are a lot of good players in India.
Damage was way too much. They had a lot of crowd control for Deus Vaults to deal with. And
why are you from Nepal?
It was just well
Nepal bade ho ta Khaling sir. I'm from Nepal. I'm from Viratnagar.
Out, and Deus Vaults just fell into HomeBois' hands. And again, it was just the clutch moments by the whole team. HomeBois just kept collapsing down onto Deus Vaults. And they were
Sipat
trying to
must
find
be the
responses
MVP.
left and right,
Guys,
with the
even
spinal
he
board
if
push.
he
If
got
I'm not
taken down.
mistaken, I think I seen a
Wait, त्यो
free
अघि
play
देखाएको
there
थियो
stolen
यसको
by
सिट मैले
Sunset
त्यो
Lover,
हेरिनँ
but
यार.
they just, again,
Hi, welcome to the
you can see
stream,
a little bit of
Itadori.
that overextended,
ओ
trying to
नजिकै
keep
रहेछ
the ward
दाइ.
away from the base. It just
कता हो तपाईँ
wasn't
धरानबाट
enough
है
as
क्या? Most of the
Homebois
players,
were
I mean, I've
snowballing at
found
such
many
a
players
heavy
from
level,
Dharan.
a heavy level, and again, it was a crazy match. I think
साँच्चै युट्युबमा जोइन गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ है खालिङ सर. If you feel comfortable over there in on YouTube, we are also live on YouTube. तर अब एकछिन खाना खान जानुपर्छ क्या हो. ओ जोरिक भन्ने छ एउटा गड फ्र्याङ्कको इन्डियामा.
Like the aggression by Homebois was crazy. This was like you were stating, it was like a revenge match for what happened in M5.
Oh, it's
And
nets.
man,
Even
once
I'm
again,
even if I'm but okay, he had nice KDA as well as yep, he is so good with the boosting.
Like
He was taken down.
I love that interaction. I always like when teams do this, when they go with kind of like this
For 0 times.
this magic centric.
So yep, it makes sense, but
lineup.
yep.
Usually you have some concept of Starlium Scythe is going to be picked up by one, the Genius One is going to be picked up by the other, and then you're really like trying to, you know, win these early skirmishes.
Concentrated फेरि rear जस्तो भइसक्यो सकिन यसको यो passive. Is it hybrid live still or
is it a still spell vamp item?
With that whole interaction, and then the Harith, who we've seen banned out.
Because life is still would
there's a reason for that.
I mean if it's hybrid, it will be the core item for Harith.
Congratulations to Nets.
After that adjustment, Harith will be in meta, I guess. Harith as well as for the rank games, the Cyclops will be great. Cyclops jungle
kind of approach that game.
Will carry the game.
Again, I think it just ultimately goes to show that the
But now in the run. Hey, okay.
Can be anything. I mean, Benedetta coming into the game, even paired with an Edith, right? Like, I think
I didn't live होला.
Again, I said it earlier.
Oh, Zorik.
It's building the foundation of how crazy Mlbb is going to be getting with the current meta. Like, it's not as easy to anticipate drafts anymore, and it goes. Again, they were just
छैन रहेछ live.
very first
Live त 5 years ago देखाइरहेछ त नि.
But it was crazy.
Maybe he uses any different platform right now. I'm not sure.
And then securing the win against
he uploaded video 46 minutes ago, but he haven't been live since 5 years. I7 Indian Goose, I was a fan. Dev out of Dev is eliminated.
You know, like again,
any team on playoff, if they loses a match, then they are going to get eliminated. It's just single elimination format, so there will be no any second chance for any of the team.
Like that kind of strategy, that kind of lineup, and obviously like
live channel for
okay. And whatnot, that interaction. But regardless of if it was picked up or not from other teams, the execution factor here is also what we're highlighting, like from HomeBois. Like, it was very well orchestrated, the way that they approached this lineup and the way that they made it work for them. And I think that's what's something that even the teams waiting for tomorrow, like, they have to be aware of. Again, HomeBois like this, that play style, and even the effect, I guess, the impact that you can see
live
having Nets now, you know, a part of this lineup, and kind of that
18,000 subscribers.
You know, not everybody can play.
One day,
Harith,
one video,
like, you know what I mean? Like to a certain.
I'll be back.
degree.
I'll be
not
back.
Everybody can play it like Nets or some of these players that really round out their hero pool when it comes to the gold lane. You know, and it's something that we actually talk about over in the Philippines quite a bit. Like some of the dynamic that some of these gold laners have, the XP laners. I mean, every role really. So. Again, it was just a great matchup here. It's crazy. I was expecting really a 3-game series, you know, but we didn't get it.
We were hoping. We were hoping.
Said 2-1, man.
We were proven wrong. I mean, you got to give it up to HomeBois for that, right? It's kind of, you know, bittersweet for Deus Vult, but again, HomeBois just, they brought that aggression, that passion. You could see that it was the competition, man. It was just overall competition. They didn't let the stage get to them. They were like, we're taking you out of the tournament. This is our time to shine. And it was great to see. I loved the, you know, I actually was rooting for HomeBois back in M5. I actually suspected. I was. You know, not just because they won this time around, you know, but I actually suspected Vult statistically wise, they seem to be better off than HomeBois. But again, just the flick of the switch and HomeBois coming out on top.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for me and you today, man. You know, great first and second series with sweeps here. G.
Yeah, you can live race it though. Hora.
With you, man. You know, we've worked plenty of times.
Red anniversary क्या Yeah, you can How many of 9 जना तो अंदर ही HomeBois से जीतियो क्या
First two matches. There's still 2 matches by
Yep.
the way.
HomeBois
But for me
they
and G,
won.
we are done for the day. And I think there's going to be a little bit of waiting time. So for you guys waiting at home, watching online, just wait a little bit. There's 2 more matches to follow once that gets started. So keep an eye out on the stream, and we will see you guys later.
See you later.
Alright. Oh, there's 2 hours gap. Oh my god. What are we going to do during that time? Should we take a break? Maybe start another live after a while? 2 घण्टा के गरेर बस्ने हो?
Thank you. Great game tonight too.
Great job, G.
Should we end the live stream for now and come back again after? Well, I'm not gonna come back if I quit right now because it will be 10 o'clock on Nepal, and maybe if we continue after that, then it's gonna hit maybe 2 o'clock today.
Yeah, we can jump down to the lower one.
So I guess I'm not gonna do that. Maybe if maybe I might come back after a while to do the regular stream. Maybe I'll do that. Alright guys, thank you for being here. I didn't think I will be streaming, I mean it will be so late. Okay, so we'll meet you tomorrow, I guess. I'm sorry for that. If we didn't have this much break, then I would complete the stream until it ends. But according to this break, then we will have to stream until 2 to 3 a.m. in Nepal to complete the whole live stream. So I don't think it's possible for me to do that. I'm sorry for that. We'll come back tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like the stream. Please follow us if you want to come back tomorrow. Watch with us. And say goodbye everyone. Good night.